How about you guys? Had some rude folks last night still shooting off fireworks in the neighborhood at like 11, 11:30, 11:45. I mean, come on, really?
Oh, yeah. That late at my house, too.
Yeah, and you're in West Chase. And
Yes.
Fester, what about you up in the L.A. area?
I couldn't tell if it was
That's
fireworks.
by the way, that's the Lutz area.
Yes.
Yep.
My house up in L.A.
Or gunshots.
I couldn't tell if it was gunshots.
Are you
or
serious?
fireworks. A lot of these single shot firecrackers. Yeah.
Yeah, it's scary.
Did you hear any MAC-10 or any Uzi?
Over my neighbor's house, yeah.
Any cannon shots? Yeah, so some douchewad was just firing off. Actually, it was like behind me, in front of me. It was like numerous folks. And it was late. It was like 11. And my dogs don't get scared. They just bark. My dog, hey, Froggy, thanks for joining us this morning. Froggy just walked in. How you doing? Any more medical episodes?
I've been here the whole time, and no.
No, you weren't here the whole time. I saw you walk in.
It was like 10 seconds late. Like it was 10 minutes late.
Well, we've only been on the air for, I don't know, a minute, less than a minute here. So Froggy had a medical episode, which we sort of touched on Monday's show, which, incidentally, are you guys still angry that we worked on Monday?
No, I'm not angry we worked on Monday. I'm angry we're working today.
I think this is a busy week off.
Yeah.
Because the traffic was not heavy for me coming in. Was traffic light?
It was regular to me, but you know what I feel like needs to happen? This needs to be a half day, a half national holiday. Yesterday needs to be a half national holiday.
What? What are you saying?
Yeah, because then we can sleep in if we were kept up late until 11:45 for fireworks, right? Doesn't that make more sense?
I've been looking at the American calendar for decades now. I've never heard of a half holiday.
A half holiday. How does that work?
Yeah.
Was the bank open up? They're closed from 8 a.m. to noon, then they open up, or they open up from 8 to noon, then they close at noon?
Yesterday, they're open from 8 to noon, then they're closed so people can go home, get on the boat.
Oh, so
go
banks should be open on the 4th of July.
Half a day.
Okay, so what, you need money for beer?
This is a terrible idea.
Like ATMs don't exist?
Yeah, that's perfect.
In case I need to send a bank wire on the 4th of July?
You know what? I was thinking about opening up a CD today on the 4th of July.
Yeah.
Is the bank open?
Yeah.
It is for 4 hours in the morning. And then today, all the bank tellers are going to sleep in. They don't have to be there till noon.
By the way, I grabbed some 5% CDs a couple of months back. Some 5%ers. Not too shabby. All right, so where the hell were we? Fireworks. So, yeah, some inconsiderate jackwagons in my neighborhood shooting off fireworks late. Again, 11:30, 11:45. And like I was saying, my dogs are not the cowering, scared type dogs. Do you remember we had Romeo?
Of course, yeah.
We had Scarlet and Romeo. Those were the two prior Jack Russells that we had for a long time. I mean, Scarlet lived to just like a couple of days shy of 18 years old, and Romeo lived to like 19. I mean, that's a long time. These were two Jack Russell Terriers. I know they didn't drink, they didn't smoke. They exercised a lot because they're Jack Russell Terriers, but they lived a long time. Romeo was scared to death of fireworks, or thunder for that matter. So
That's how my dog is. You would think my dog's dying.
Well, fireworks or thunder, and Romeo would like climb into like kitchen cabinets and like climb all the way to the back, like go under the sink or something. Yeah. If the door were open, and he would like start clawing like he was going to dig a hole through the cabinetry to get underground somewhere. So Romeo was terrified. Scarlet didn't give a flying crap. There are female Jack Russell. The two Jack Russells we have now, and they're, I think they're 5. They just turned 5 back in May and early June, and they don't care. They just bark. They just bark at any
that's more annoying.
Yeah, any little creak, any sound. If they hear a little, some kind of a noise, they bark. And for that matter, they're good little watchdogs. But they were just barking incessantly at all the fireworks going off. Not scared, not cowering, just barking. And then, like I said, some inconsiderate jack turds that were firing off firecrackers late. You know, let's get your fireworks in at 9 p.m. You know, it gets really dark at this time of year at 8:55, 9 o'clock, 9 to do it then. Why are you still firing off like mortars And I'm not talking about little like galaxy fireworks off the the side of the road in a tent. I'm talking about. It sounded like folks were blasting off like fireworks show grade munitions. I mean, like a city putting on a fireworks show. That's some of the mortars that I heard in the neighborhood at like 11:30 last night. So what the hell are you doing? Who are these people? These my neighbors?
I heard Magic Kingdom worthy fireworks above my house. I felt like they were going to fall on my house.
You know, you always wonder if something goes astray, is it going to light your roof on fire or something? The roof,
yes.
the roof is on fire. We don't know the water. Let the
That's what I was trying to figure out how we'd handle that second line.
Is how you handle
Why would
that.
you just let your roof burn?
Let it burn. Let it go.
Why would you do that?
Then you can call Enhance Home Solutions,
That's
one of our sponsors here on the MJ Morning Show, for a free. Was your roof damaged by inconsiderate neighbors hitting your house with fireworks? Yeah, call Enhance Home Solutions and get a free roof inspection. So, everyone okay though? Everyone survived, I see.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're angry we're here. You want the whole. So after I took last week off for vacation, and so did you guys. You wanted this whole week off as well?
I am most angry about being here today because we were up so late last night, as you just described. So I feel like coming into work today for 4 hours later in the day.
I went to bed at normal.
Perfect.
I went to bed at normal time.
Yeah, because you're a night owl.
I stay up late. I get I get 95% of my work done before I go to bed, which sometimes puts me to bed as late as like 1 a.m. Last night, actually, because yesterday we didn't do much, just kind of hung in the house, I started getting work done early. So I was actually finished with show prep by like 10:30 last night.
Wow.
So just kind of chilling. All right, Froggy had a medical episode. We'll get to that later on. Froggy's upset that I didn't, devote a half an hour to this and his health on Monday's show. And we were here on Monday. We worked on Monday. We had a live show on Monday. If you missed it, later on today, pull up the podcast or the video in studio on YouTube, MJTV. Pull up the video, listen to the podcast from Monday's show, because Monday's show I thought was fantastic. All right, just getting rolling. It's a pretty busy Wednesday here. I'm loaded. I got a lot of stuff. You see the cocaine deal in the White House? Is that crazy?
Yes.
And, of course, everyone is pointing fingers, and, well, there's a timing issue. Yeah, they found cocaine in the White House, in the West Wing. This is pretty crazy stuff. So hold on. Busy show today. Don't move. Just getting rolling. It is the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Look at this. Pat's back with traffic. We were here on Monday doing a show, and we had no traffic. Like, there were no cars on the road on Monday. There was no traffic, no Pat.
Still a very quiet start to a Wednesday morning.
Through here Wednesday morning, day after the 4th of July. Welcome to the 5th of July. Yeah, we ought to maybe do a little roll call later on with listeners and find out, how many are taking the whole week off. We had plenty of people call on Monday, though. If you weren't aware, we worked on Monday. We did a live show on Monday because we just came off of all last week being on vacation. I was scuba diving. And, remind me to mention the scuba videos because a lot of folks are listening this morning that probably weren't listening on Monday. So did a whole bunch of scuba videos for our listeners to see. But the White House, man, whoa. I mean, how the hell does this happen? Cocaine was found in the White House. Cocaine. Man, what the hell's going on? And then you hear that Hunter Biden was in the White House just days prior. I mean,
do coke?
But what?
I don't do politics. You know me. I'm not divisive.
That's not politics. I mean, it's just a known fact that Hunter Biden has a well-documented history
of doing cocaine
and crack too.
Meth. I mean, just there were pictures of him with like a crack pipe hanging out of his mouth.
He wrote a book called Beautiful, and he talked about it.
Yeah, he rolled out his whole history of substance abuse.
Oh, okay. I thought he was just an artist.
No, he had a hooker problem also.
Yeah, Beautiful Things. That's what it was.
We'll get into this again later on because this story's big enough to actually give it 2 slots during the MJ Morning Show on this Wednesday. But you know about his hooker problem, right, Roxanne?
Oh, yeah.
What do you know about that?
That he likes hookers and likes to do drugs with them and likes to take videos with them. And,
Yeah.
likes them, pretty young, I think, too.
So Hunter Biden has a history of liking strippers, going to strip clubs, liking pole dancers, liking call girls, hookers, Russian call girls. Gosh. In fact, there was like some story a while ago that he owed money to a Russian call girl service out of Manhattan.
Oh, my God. I would get along so well with him.
Shut up.
Okay, sure. If your dad's the president, yeah, it's kind of a bad look. But you know what? He sounds like a great guy. I'd go out with him on
What the hell are you talking about?
Phone rings on a Friday. Dom, it's Hunter. Let's go, bro. Let's go out and have a good time. Can
you aim your microphone away from her microphone? Yeah, there we go. Thank you.
And away from your mouth for saying such stupid things.
Yeah.
All right, first of all,
that's a good point right there.
You just said you want to hang out with a guy who hangs out with young girls.
No. Move your microphone the other. Yeah, because her mic is picking yours up.
Come closer to me.
This
right
is the
there.
same position my mic's in every day.
Your mic was aiming towards
that
her.
time it was. Now I moved it this way.
All right, so put it right there. No, because when you get loud and your mic is pointed towards her, it gives it a little bit of a hollow sound, which maybe most people don't hear it, but it drives me nuts.
Ooh.
So
nuts.
All right, so Hunter Biden. What's the story here? Is it Hunter's Coke? That's the question.
Well, I mean, the fact that it was in a little vial with HB written on it, engraved in it, that might be a good indication.
I don't think that was the case.
Key bump spoon that also had his initials on it.
Where was it found at? Just on a table sitting there? I'm
going to give you the details. That's inaccurate, by the way.
Give me the deets.
Roxanne.
She just said T-bump spoon. That's great.
What did you say?
It's a bump teaspoon.
Do a little bump?
Teaspoon bump.
You have the teaspoon, and then with some silverware sets, you have the even smaller spoon than the teaspoon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
It's a Coke spoon.
And that one always gets lost. We had that. I don't know where the hell that is. Michelle got a new set of silverware like 5 years ago, and that little bitty smaller spoon than the teaspoon.
One of your friends took the spoon. Hang out with.
Yeah, Hunter Biden over.
Hunter Biden took it. Yeah, exactly. Jeez. So here's what we know. Regarding Hunter Biden, and no, Roxanne was not giving accurate information when she said that the vial had HB written on it. No, it didn't.
That's what we don't know that officially, but
here's what we know. The White House was shut down and evacuated. It started as white powder was found. And you know what happens remember after 9/11, all the anthrax scares and people sending white powder. Some were actually anthrax samples. And anthrax is typically not white, if I'm not mistaken. Anthrax is sort of like a sandy brownish. Yeah. All right, so here's what we know. The White House was temporarily closed on Sunday evening. Why? Because Secret Service agents discovered a white powder inside a work area inside the West Wing. Yeah, the Secret Service put out a statement that the White House was temporarily closed to allow members of law enforcement to investigate the substance, and that the District of Columbia Fire Department assisted in evaluating whatever the hell the substance was. The fire department quickly determined the item to be non-hazardous. Well, it depends how you classify it. You know, if you got some kids crawling around and they find some coke, that would be pretty hazardous, I would think. So they determined it, I guess, not to be some kind of deadly chemical or
anthraxy type of thing.
Yeah, anthraxy, some type of a pathogen or whatever the hell you want to call it. So they determined it not to be hazardous, just cocaine. Yeah. So a fire department and emergency medical services field test on Sunday identified a yellow bar in whatever test they were using. Like a lot of times, depending on the drug test, you've got some drug tests that turn blue, some that turn red, some that turn, I guess this is a yellow bar. And that meant on this particular test, cocaine, hydrochloride, according to a publicly available recording of the encrypted call. So I guess there was some type of a recording of the dispatch to the unit, and they determined that it was cocaine. The south lawn of the White House, the north lawn of the White House, I guess that people were ushered out of the building into those areas, while they evacuated the building, because initially it was white powder, and it was unknown what it was. Oh, nothing to worry about. It was just cocaine. Oh. That's it. Nothing to worry about. Just don't lie. Cocaine. Yeah, just cocaine in the White House. Nothing to worry about. Someone doing a bump.
Can't they just go through who was there recently?
Yeah, well, obviously, and it turns out that Hunter Biden was there recently.
And Cocaine Bear.
Yeah, Cocaine Bear, the White House.
Oh, Jesus, it's unreal.
Yeah, so earlier on Sunday, the D.C. fire and EMS crews, they were sent to the 17th Street side that borders the White House. Members of a public tour of the White House usually are only allowed to visit the East Wing, and residents, tour members, were typically not permitted in the West Wing, which is where the vice president, the president, and other senior administration officials have their offices. The substance discovered will undergo further tests. The item was sent for further evaluation, and an investigation into the cause and manner of how it entered the White House is pending, according to the White House Chief of Communications. The Chief of Communications for the Secret Service.
Why does it need more tests?
I don't know. Maybe they can determine
quality.
Yeah, maybe the purity of the cocaine, what it was cut with. Who knows? So President Biden and his family, they were not at the White House when the white substance was found. Biden had left for Camp David on Friday, did not return to the White House until 4th of July morning. So yesterday morning's when he went back. Secret Service said in a statement, the White House complex went into a precautionary closure as officers investigated the unknown item. Then they determined that it was cocaine. And then we find out that Hunter Biden was in the White House 2 days prior to the drug being found.
In the library with a vial. Hunter Biden. The clue game. It could be a new clue game for all drugs.
It's a new clue game. Hunter Biden in the library with a vial, with a Coke spoon.
Is that where it was found, in the library?
Does Hunter Biden have like a Coke nail?
A pinky, a really long dagger pinky.
Tell you what, I've seen like dealers in Vegas have like the Coke nail, and it's like, wait, so is that really for snorting Coke out of your Coke nail?
Is it that hard to keep something around to snort with? You have to grow your nail out to do it, dude.
Do you think everybody carries around a bump teaspoon? Is that what you called it, Rocky?
No, but sir, we'll get into this later on in more detail. But Hunter actually went to Camp David with the rest of the Bidens, the president and the family. But Hunter Biden was in the White House a couple of days prior. So everyone, there's nobody that's not pointing fingers at Hunter Biden. Cocaine found in the White House. Hunter was there a couple of days earlier.
Son, you realize I'm the president. Can you keep it together?
Would that be too easy, though? Would that be too easy for it to be Hunter Biden? Now, he claims that he's recovered, but who knows? Maybe he fell off the wagon. Or maybe it wasn't Hunter. Maybe it was somebody else.
He probably leaves a trail of cocaine everywhere he goes.
He's left a trail of a lot where he goes. I mean, look at that laptop and the hard drive.
Yeah.
He's like a snail.
The photos that have come out from that laptop that he forgot that he dropped off at a computer service center in Wilmington, Delaware. Man, that was crazy. All right, 6:31. It is the MJ Morning Show. The crew here on a Wednesday. Got a super pile of early morons in the news, and we'll get to that next here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Stand by. You got the MJ Morning Show. It is 6:40 here on a Wednesday, day after 4th of July. MJ and the crew, and it is time for some early morons in the news. Hey, first though, before I get to the early morons, Rox, you just got a text a little while ago?
Yes, I did, and someone was explaining that we were talking about the long pinky fingernail to snort cocaine out of.
Because of the cocaine that was found in the West Wing at the White House. Crazy story breaking over the last day or so. On Sunday night, white substance, powder found in the White House. Wasn't anthrax, it was cocaine in the freaking West Wing. Then we find out that Hunter Biden was in the White House a couple of days prior, and all fingers are pointing there. Everyone's making the same damn joke because it's obvious. And then I guess I brought up, hey, you ever see those like dealers in Vegas that have like the coke nail on their pinky? And somebody texted in what?
You can't catch a paraphernalia charge with a fingernail.
Ooh.
But
yeah.
Well, that's why you use the the arm on your sunglasses.
what do you?
I've seen. There's a video of a guy that always uses the arm of his sunglasses.
Is that another YouTube channel that you subscribe to?
What, cocaine bumps?
I don't know.
Is that?
He always pops up in like I don't know, in my reels, and he's like, "All right, let's party," and he gets takes his sunglasses off.
Are you serious?
Does a bump off the arm of.
Are you kidding me? No, I mean, for cocaine, most people will just like. I've never done cocaine. I've never even smoked a joint. I've done no illicit, illegal drugs in my entire life. And you know what? I'm proud of that. Yes, I am.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of that.
Good for you.
When you think of cocaine, you think of somebody using a straw or rolling up a $1 bill or a $100 bill or whatever. You know, that's where that old story comes from that a lot of currency tests positive for drug residue. You know, paper money that you have in your wallet or in your pocket right now. They claim that a good percentage will test positive for drug residue. So if you have a Coke pinky nail, that's not considered paraphernalia.
Yeah.
So who sent that in? How do they know about that?
I don't know. I mean, they put an LOL there.
I mean,
so.
LOL.
It could be anything from a law enforcement officer to a recreational user.
Yeah, there you go. All right, you ready for some early morons in the news? Let's go. There was apparently some kind of a boneless chicken quarrel at an Applebee's location, and the cook was injured and the server was jailed.
Man,
Was it the chicken fingers you said? I love their chicken
No,
fingers.
boneless.
I said
chicken.
boneless chicken.
Oh,
I've not been to an Applebee's in a very, very long time.
Oh, dude,
good.
you don't know what you're missing, man.
I think the last time I was at Applebee's was when Franklin Carson, remember Franklin?
Yeah.
Remember Franklin used to own all the Applebee's in the Tampa Bay area? And we did commercials for Applebee's. This is way back, I think, during the MJ and BJ days. I think that might be the last time I was at an Applebee's.
And they brought the food to us. I don't even think you went.
They did. I mean, we've talked about Applebee's on the show because of the whole, Applebee's song.
Yeah, we fancy like Applebee's on a date night. Got that Bourbon Street steak with the Oreo shake.
What happened to that guy?
I don't know, but we need to redo that new lyrics about the server being jailed, the cook being injured.
All right, we need more details.
Well, I'm about to give them to you, man. What do you think? I'm going to leave you hanging?
Well, before I
Please.
rewrite the lyrics of this song.
All right, here's what happened. This is in Algiers. It's outside of New Orleans. It's in the New Orleans area. Algiers, Louisiana. Quarrel over cooking boneless chicken wings. A server at an Algiers Applebee's pinned the co-worker's foot under her car and beat him in the face.
Whoa, that's what you do. That's how to do it.
What the hell?
You can't get away.
Yeah,
You
hold him down.
can't. According to New Orleans police, officers booked the server, Broderick Danya Kira Ford, 26, with aggravated battery. The dispute erupted at the Applebee's Grill and Bar on General de Gaulle Drive. I say. What parish is that? I say. The dispute happened over how the long line of cooks was taking to cook the chicken. Yeah, so Ford grew angry that one cook said something, and she snapped back at another cook. According to the police, she allegedly took the second cook that told the second cook that her brother would pop him after work.
I'm going to pop you.
No, not you. My brother's going to pop you.
My brother's going to pop you after work. So when her shift ended at 11 p.m., Ford waited outside the restaurant. The second cook emerged at about 11:30 to walk home. She tried to run him over with her car in a nearby parking lot. Then she ran over his foot, pinning him, drove over his foot to hold him in place.
That is the first time I've heard of
Oh,
that.
my God. And then, wait a sec.
Brilliant.
And then her brother was there. Her brother, who she said, hey, my brother's going to pop you, pinned the guy's foot, the cook, under her front tire, which that's an amazing hold-in-place technique. Holy crap.
Yeah, how'd that guy let that happen?
And then her brother grabbed the cook's head as the woman, the female server, then beat him in the face repeatedly. Swollen face, cut over his left eye. The second cook later identified her and the brother from a photo lineup. Man, that's over the cooking of boneless chicken because it was taking too long.
This poor guy's just trying to prevent salmonella, and he gets his face beat in for it.
But you move your foot a little quicker when you see a tire coming towards it.
Yeah,
I'm going to keep my foot right here.
it was all over how long they were taking to cook the boneless wings at Applebee's, which, by the way, Fester has brought up on the Applebee's website.
They look delicious.
They really do look good.
Look at him.
Yeah, 680 calories. Crispy breaded pieces of tender boneless chicken tossed in your favorite sauce, served with blue cheese or house-made ranch dressing with real buttermilk.
Those are the chicken tenders I was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're delicious.
No, chicken tenders are like strips.
Yeah, that's not a tender. These are boneless wings.
Boneless wings are like the size of like a $50 or
Yeah.
a
I've
quarter.
had those as well. Delicious.
And isn't there a whole controversy over boneless wings?
All right, don't get me started.
Yeah, all right.
A boneless wing, it's not a wing, people. It's
not.
a chopped up breast.
Boneless wing is not a wing. They're just calling it a wing. Oh, speaking of wings, I got to talk about this later on, and I think we're going to be able to call the woman involved. There is an interesting restaurant story locally, which I want to kind of get to the bottom of, and it's a good restaurant. It's a good chain of restaurants, great reputation.
Like Applebee's.
Well, no, it's not a national chain.
Oh,
I think
okay.
it's more regional. But
Okay.
hold on, we'll get into that a little later on here on the MJ Morning Show. Hey, I love this story. Headline grabbed my attention. Man accidentally shot himself in the meat section of a Manchester, Connecticut grocery store.
Did he shoot himself in the meat section of his body?
And what would that be, Roxanne? What is the meat section to you?
A meaty part, like a
meaty
meaty
part.
thigh or buttocks.
Yeah. Guy shot himself in a grocery store in Manchester, Connecticut. Officers were called to the Stop and Shop after getting a report from a man who said that he shot himself. 23-year-old man sustained a gunshot wound from an accidental discharge of a gun he was carrying while in the store. And they took him to a Hartford, Connecticut hospital, stable condition. Haven't heard yet whether charges were going to be filed. Shot himself in the thigh. Is the thigh considered a meaty section?
I think that would be
Is a meat section?
yeah, I think so. Juicy, meaty thigh.
Would it have been a better story for you if the guy shot himself in the
Well,
in the wang?
I don't know if it would have been a better story for me, a worse story for him.
The upper inner thigh.
That'd be quite a shot.
Hey, I don't know what the hell's going on with food. I got a shooting guy shoots himself in the meat section of a supermarket. I got an Applebee's brawl with all kinds of new elements that I never heard of over boneless chicken wings. I've got a sandwich assault we got to get to coming up in. And speaking of sandwich assault, did you see the Subway deal? Speaking of food chains, Subway sandwiches.
Oh, no.
Yeah, maybe a little too soon for this. Yeah, there's this. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
All right, yeah, there's a Subway issue. Folks, hold on to that thought. Everyone, hold on to that thought. In minutes, I will fulfill everything I just yacked about. And that means a lot is coming up next here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Stand by. Hey, if you... sandwich. I mean, come on, make it count. I don't know what it is. Very, very food-oriented this morning here on the MJ Morning Show. Hey, folks, welcome. We are live today. We're not taking the week off. In fact, we were here on Monday. For those that missed us on Monday, we were live, and it was a hella good show, man. I'm telling you, Monday was a good broadcast. You know, we don't have too many stinkers. We don't have too many really sucky shows. I mean, some shows are better than others, but we really don't have. I think we're at the point in our careers where we really don't do crappy, really bad, awful, no good shows. I mean, even when I was all juiced up on the oxys after I had my kidney stone procedure.
Well, let's not go that far.
You know, I still think that show was pretty good as well.
Nah, that show sucked.
It didn't suck.
No,
it didn't.
No, it did.
It was out there.
No, it didn't. It might have been a little out there, but I don't think the show sucked. Anyway, a lot of food crap today, and the continuation starts right now. So, were you curious at all when I said if you got to hit someone in the face, come on, make it count, right? With a sandwich.
You said something about Subway.
Well, hold on.
Before the commercial.
I'm going to morph into Subway.
Yeah, that's a different story.
Yeah,
okay.
This is another sub story, but I'm going to morph into the Subway story, which is truly that's the headliner here. But hold on a minute.
I think a panini would hurt the most.
A panini.
Yeah, because sometimes they're sharp at the edge and they're toasted and they're,
Ooh, yeah.
you know.
Good point.
Get some,
Oh.
poke someone's eye.
I would think like a folded over quesadilla. You know, you get a quesadilla and then it's grilled. Also, panini's grilled as well, so you kind of get like a crispy, sharp point.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Maybe a flauta?
A what?
A flauta? That's a fried. What is
Tortilla?
it? Yeah, tortilla.
A fried tortilla. Yeah.
It's a flauta.
What was that noise you made? You're like,
I couldn't think of the word. Tortilla.
thought you were having some kind of spasm over there.
Oh, I did. A little snot came out of my nose.
So out of Michigan, Traverse City, Michigan, 62-year-old guy said that the woman that she was with hit him in the face with a sub. So this doesn't add up. The woman told deputies she was offering her male acquaintance a bite of her sandwich when it fell and hit him on the face. So is that her description of taking the sandwich and whacking him? But here's the deal.
How could that hurt?
But hold on. Here's the deal. Cops show up and the sandwich is intact. If you really beat the snot out of somebody with a sandwich, the sandwich would be in shambles.
Yeah, remember when we threw the hamburgers at each other's
Oh,
heads?
yeah,
It
that's
exploded, exploded on impact.
And it hit the rear logoed wall for our studio sponsor, Kemp Rouge and Green, and management they went ballistic because we had Whopper ketchup all over the
Yeah, it was
all over the local wall in the back.
At least it was red. It blended right in.
And we had Zero Res come out and clean it.
Yeah, they did a great job.
They did a fantastic job. You know, hey, folks, get your carpet clean, get your upholstery clean, grout tile, air duct cleaning from Zero Res. Also, if anyone throws a whole bunch of Whoppers at somebody's head and they hit the back wall and they damage the cloth logoed wall with the studio sponsor, Kemp Rouge and Green, your car accident team, you call Zero Res, they'll get the ketchup stains right out.
Yeah, no problem.
Zero Res. And also, right now, 15% off when you mention me, MJ. And summer sale with Zero Res carpet and tile cleaning. Simple as that. All right, so listen, if you gotta hit somebody with a sandwich, I mean, that sandwich ought to be in pieces all over the place. The cops arrive and the sandwich is intact? Come on. That doesn't sound like a sandwich attack.
Is it a turkey sub?
I don't have any
ham
other.
sub, roast beef?
I mean, a calzone would stay together.
I have no other. Yeah, well, a calzone's encased.
That's what I'm saying.
A calzone is just like pizza dough, which is wrapped and baked, and all of the ingredients, the hot ricotta cheese, mozzarella, that's all inside.
Right.
Yeah.
But if something's just a regular sandwich, it's going to fall apart.
Are you ready for the Subway deal? Told you, we're very food-centric today. I don't know why, but I think it might end here. You got a Subway sandwich shop. Isn't Subway like the largest chain of restaurants worldwide? Don't they have like 30,000 or 38,000? Fester, go to Google's.
I got into I saw a Facebook video of largest fast food places over the last 30 years, and it was McDonald's, but now it's Subway by a mile.
Yeah, Subway, they oversaturated Subway. Like you'd have somebody that would pour their life savings into opening up a Subway and opening up franchise, and then Subway would like allow somebody else to open up a mile away, that's not fair. That's not reasonable. But Subway, I understand they're kind of difficult. They really they force their franchisees. I think they just forced everyone to do like major like upgrades, which is that's kind of a good thing. But I understand that Subway corporate can be a little bit of a pain in the ass.
A little micromanaging.
Well, it's a lot of demands on their franchisees. Now, listen, you want a place to look good, and they have modernized the chain. You know, the word for Subway has been they're trying to sell the company for like $10 billion or something. They're trying to sell Subway, and Subway sales had fallen off because, listen, there's a lot of competition. You got Jimmy John's, you got Firehouse, you have, what's the other one? Jersey Mike's. I mean, you got a lot. There's a lot of sub competition out there, and Subway had kind of fallen down a little bit. And you've seen all the commercials. How much do they spend in hiring celebrities?
A lot.
Because they did that whole revamp of their menu, and they hired like every famous like sports celebrity to push Subway. All right, so I haven't even gotten to the story yet.
It was the end of 2010 that they became the largest food chain worldwide.
All right, and how many locations? Subway has what? Like,
so in the U.S., they have like 26,000 locations.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
That is unbelievable.
In 2016, they peaked at 26,772
Yeah, I think that's on the decline in the U.S., though. I don't think there are that many now. But worldwide, aren't there like close to 40,000 worldwide?
In the mid-40s. MJ, the thing about Subway is they stick them in gas stations. It's not like they're all freestanding buildings.
A bunch of them are inside convenience stores or gas stations. Yeah. All right, so here's the deal. This is why we're doing the story. There's a Subway sandwich shop up in Georgia, and you know they have the marquees outside where they can put up a little message?
Yeah.
A Subway in Georgia, in Rincon, Georgia, R-I-N-C, where the hell is that?
Ranson.
What?
That's how I pronounce it.
Ranson?
I don't know.
What is it?
It's R-I-N-C-O-N. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Rinson.
I mean, I know people with the name R-I-N-C-O-N, and it's pronounced Rincon, you know.
See.
But a Subway in Georgia, on their outside marquee display, they put the letters up that read, "Our subs don't implode."
Oh.
What's wrong with that?
Oh. Too soon.
Really?
Really?
Fester?
Is it too soon?
Really?
Is it too soon? Will it never be funny?
Fester, you think that a Subway sandwich shop with the whole submersible disaster on the Titanic, you think that a Subway sandwich shop on their outdoor marquee where you got to use like the shuffleboard deal to put the letters up on the sign, you think that somebody should have put up "Our subs don't implode" Subway?
That's hysterical. In Rinson, Georgia? Yeah. Just
Is that how you pronounce it?
That's my guess. I don't think it's Rincon in the middle of Georgia, just north of Savannah.
R-I-N-C-O-N.
I'm going with Rinson.
Yeah, it's northwest of Savannah. It looks like it's right off of, not far off of 95.
Yeah.
Looks like it's to the west of Hardyville, which is right on the Georgia-South Carolina border.
Okay, so it's kind of funny. Yeah, our subs don't implode. Hysterical, guys. Good job.
So 5 people are reduced to like tomato puree, and you think it's funny?
Tomato puree.
Yeah.
Now that's funny.
All right, we stop it.
Papa John's, listen up.
Stop it.
Okay, big deal, MJ.
Yeah, so the Georgia subway is under fire. Clearly,
Under fire?
It's a distasteful message to put up "Our subs don't implode" Subway.
So the people who are offended by this are the ones that have a problem with it, right? But who cares? Listen, if you're in the middle,
Yeah, that's the way it kind of works, Fester. The people that are offended by us are the people that have the problem. Yes.
you can't worry about them.
That was the sentence of the morning. Thank you very much.
I don't think that the anti-sub joke activists are standing in line at Subway. Forget them. Don't worry about it. Keep the sign up. Good job. That's funny.
5 people, Fester.
Oh, 5 people. Okay. Okay. Great.
So people hit social media. They put the picture up. Here's one from Amanda Butler. She tweeted at Subway, "This is your store in Rincon, Georgia," or R-A-N-C-O-N.
Whatever it is.
"Not only is this distasteful, it's sad. Do better."
No, you do better and take a joke. Relax.
What if Jared were on the sub?
Seriously.
Yeah.
What if Jared...
That guy's a piece of crap. I wish he was.
I mean,
Jared's in prison, in Indiana or wherever the hell he is.
Wherever he is.
Yeah. Local station WTOC television reported that a manager at the Subway said the message had been removed but would not discuss the comment further. We have been in contact with the franchise about this matter and made it clear that this kind of comment has no place in our business. That's a message from Subway's corporate headquarters in a statement to Fox News. Yeah, the sign has been removed, but of course people took pictures and they made its way to social media. Listen, I'm an edgy kind of guy, but I don't think I would put "Our subs don't implode" on a Subway sandwich sign outside of a Subway sandwich shop.
Do you not know the big issue we had during the week off?
What?
So we took last count.
Can I carry this over to the next segment?
Yes, but it has everything to do with this.
Really?
Yes.
So you're saying there's why? So if it's
I got nothing but crap.
Hold on. If this is a big issue, why haven't I heard about it?
Because it hasn't quite risen to the level of let's tell MJ about it. But it was
All
a
right.
big, low-level, meaningless morning show employee issue.
All right, hold on. I'm about to be edumocated here, folks. Hold on. Some kind of breaking news here. We'll get to that next on the MJ Morning Show. Also, as I mentioned, I think about 8 o'clock, we're going to call a listener that made me aware of a local restaurant situation, which I'm very curious about. Also, the bird poop, my scuba videos, the White House cocaine issue, the Nathan's hot dog eating contest. Froggy, I told you they weren't going to cancel it.
They were reporting it was canceled.
There was conflicting stories.
That was erroneous, and they jumped the gun. All right, folks, we start an hour and 20 minutes nonstop next, and we're loaded. Don't move. MJ Morning Show back in minutes here on Q105. Stand by. Froggy, Roxanne. Oh, it's a parade walking back into the studio. Everyone's carrying cups. Froggy's got a cup. Fester's got 2 cups. Roxanne's got a cup. I'm making a bet right now that someone's going to spill something in the electronics within the next half an hour.
We're the cup crew.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's probably right.
Yeah. Froggy's generally the spiller in the studio, like a 6-year-old at dinner that spills every single meal.
Yeah.
That's Froggy in the studio. All right, I've had numerous people reach out to me and say, MJ, did you talk about the security issue at the studio? No.
We still can't.
We can't.
We still cannot.
I can't believe you said that much.
We have an issue. We still cannot talk. There's something we've got to talk about. Something involving our studio. And believe it or not, we still cannot talk about this.
Oh, believe it.
At what point does it become completely
Froggy,
laughable?
did you just turn your microphone off mid-word?
Yeah.
I think my phone hit it and took it off. I think my phone is out to get me.
Okay.
Killer phone.
All right, so no, for those that closely pay attention to the show, first of all, thank you. We appreciate our super listeners. We appreciate the folks that, really invest in this program and they listen to everything we talk about. I do like the folks that call me out if I tease an item, if I say, hey, coming up, we got to talk about this, we got to talk about that. And if I don't do it, if I don't pay it off, if I forget or something gets buried, listen, I really appreciate the listeners that kind of poke me and say, hey, you didn't talk about this. You said you were. I appreciate that. It means that we have very attentive, very invested listeners. And I really appreciate that. By the way, it's 7:26, and we've just kicked off an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. We go for an hour and 20 minutes with no interruption, no commercials, no music. It's just hour and 20 content starting, 2 minutes ago. So, again, thanks. I have not talked about the security situation. It has been ongoing now. I think it was around the 20th of May that it began.
I was going to say, it's well over a month.
Oh, it is. It
Okay.
is. So I have it written down. I think the security issue began around May 20th or May 22nd, somewhere in that vicinity. And it is still ongoing. And it is one thing after another. It's unfreaking believable. And no, we have not talked about it yet because we can't. The minute we can, I'm blowing this bitch wide open. Okay, I'm telling you, we're
I'm
Language,
confused
sir.
about.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was a little harsh.
Hold on a minute. Andrew just said 18th. It began on May 18th. So I was 2 days off. Oh, Andrew was the one that discovered it. Andrew said it might have begun on May 17th. It was discovered on May 18th. So, folks, it is like a month and a half almost. Do I hear 2 months? Two. Do I hear 3? 3.
No,
Do I hear 3?
hopefully not.
Will it be before back to school time? I mean, it's a long time.
Our issue is incredible, and trust me, the minute I can talk about our little problem, our security problem,
Whose fault is it?
I think there's a number of fingers to be pointed at a number of different places. I'm talking about it all.
How is this
unless
not-
they fire me before then.
Oh, no.
Might be. Your contract might expire before this thing gets
No,
fixed.
well, that's true.
real.
My contract is up on the 31st of December, and folks that are saying, "Oh, MJ, you just talked about," I only signed a 1-year extension. So I had a multi-year deal. They wanted to re-sign me to a multi-year deal, and I only agreed to a 1-year extension. So my contract is up in 6 months.
You might be fully retired from radio.
I could be.
You're going to be doing your own show at home.
No, I'd be doing nothing but scuba diving and just
Yeah.
spending time with the fam.
Oh, God, how much are
Yeah.
you going to talk their heads
Yeah,
off?
poor Michelle. Oof.
All right, so we'll talk about this issue the minute we can. Now, moving along, Fester, at the end of the last segment, made me aware of some kind of a morning show problem that popped up while we were on vacation, but I didn't hear about it. What's the story?
All right. So the sub sank, right? The sub imploded. It was terrible.
Yeah, but that happened before we went on vacation.
Right. So We're going on.
Oh no!
Hold on. Let me tell the whole story.
Oh no! I'm looking at an image right now.
This is just the first sketch, and I had a bunch of comments about it, and it was going to be great. We are very blessed here at the MJ Morning Show to have Wacky Jackie, who does Photoshop pieces for us. I thought you did a fantastic 4th of July.
Do you see my Uncle Sam? Folks, if you missed it, Wacky Jackie did me as Uncle Sam and, have a great 4th of July, Uncle Sam wants you kind of deal.
Great. He's very talented.
Yeah. And if you missed it, it's on my Instagram. It's on the morning show's Instagram. Did you post it on Facebook as well?
We did.
All right.
Posted everywhere.
Yeah, so it's on our social media. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I'm Certified MJ Radio. Give me a follow. Take a look at the 4th of July artwork that Wacky Jackie did. It's also on MJ Morning Show on Instagram, our Facebook. It's all over the place. All right, so
we're on vacation for a week, and she's done a bunch of fun, creative, lighthearted pieces. And I was like, look, we're not going to be back for, almost 10 days, between the weekends and the week off. Come up with an image for me, please, of the sub. Put all of our faces on the side. Put the MJ Morning Show logo on the tail. Put it by the Titanic and something big letters. The unsinkable MJ Morning Show will be back next week. Something like that. So we can keep it posted up.
Well, didn't sink.
Well, we're unsinkable.
Okay.
We're unsinkable. I mean, the sub is quite sinkable.
We're very implodable.
The unimplodable MJ Morning Show.
We implode virtually every other day on this show.
Ain't that the truth? Yeah. Anyway, but I thought it'd be something that would be a little edgy for some people who can't handle humor. And Jackie started to do it. And she gave me a couple of rough drafts, and I was kind of giving her...
Dude, there's no way I was going to post an image of the submersible with the MJ Morning Show logo on the side that read the unsinkable MJ Morning Show.
Okay, right.
There's no way that this... Fester's showing me a draft right now on my computer screen in front of me.
This is like 10% done.
All right, so wait a minute. Why was this a controversy?
Okay, so my plan was for Jackie to create the whole thing, and then I would put it up on all of our socials. You would eventually see it on your vacation and get all bent out of shape. And then you'd come back Monday, the 3rd, nothing but pissed off at me, and we'd get into a big fight over it. And I'd be laughing.
Wow.
I'd be laughing.
Really thinking ahead.
I was really thinking. I was really trying to plan this out.
So you were going to post it?
Deliberately to piss you off.
And I'd get complaints.
Yes.
And then I would explode on you. Not implode, I would explode.
Whichever.
On you.
I was hoping for a big on-air fight. And I was going to try to instigate by creating this unsinkable or unimplodable.
That's what I want morning show members that are looking to instigate and cause big on-air fights.
Good job. Great job, Fest.
It's really one of the primary jobs around here. Anyway, Jackie, who made a couple of rough drafts, very creatively, apparently shopped it around to a couple of people just for opinions, one of which being Froggy.
Yes, I said...
who might have said it's insensitive and it's too soon.
I did say that.
When Froggy says something is insensitive, that's all you need to know.
Right.
He's good for quality control, for
Don't
ethics.
make me sound like a weenie on the air. I never said that. I said, put it up.
No, you didn't. You said, Jackie's like, Fester, because it was like Tuesday and I didn't have it. I'm like, the week's half over. I really want it now.
You should congratulate me for that, MJ. That's
you know what, Froggy?
responsible of
You know
me.
what? You're growing up.
See?
You're showing growth as a human.
I'm 43 and I'm almost there.
You're actually growing. You're learning. You're becoming a better person, Froggy.
Mm-hmm.
When you actually tell Fester, no, that's irresponsible. You better not do that. You know what? Froggy is, I'm impressed.
I hope management's listening.
He didn't tell me this, which I would have told him to stuff it.
Well, she asked me.
Well,
in
she
poor
asked.
taste. I mean,
that's the whole point.
Yeah.
I wanted something in poor taste. I wanted something that would really push buttons and get all kinds of people pissed off at me. But Jackie erred on the side of caution, civility, decentness, and decided not.
I think it's decency, not decentness.
It's the same thing.
I don't think that's a word.
Yeah.
All right, moving along, ladies and gentlemen. We mentioned this yesterday. This is another area. Hey, MJ, when are you going to talk about Froggy's medical episode?
Right.
I'm sorry, but
It wasn't yesterday.
it was Monday. I'm sorry.
Monday. The episode happened Sunday.
The last show we did live was Monday. That's right, folks. We did a show on Monday. We were live. Then we were off yesterday. And Froggy got a little perturbed because I did not get to his medical episode on Monday's show. We did a quick mention, then we mentioned it again quickly at the end of the program, but we didn't get into the full meat. So is this something we need to be concerned with? Let's spend some time now.
Now you want to tell about it. Now that I survived.
Froggy collapsed.
Well, you survived on Monday when you told us about it.
Yeah, you were here.
I didn't know if it was going to happen again. I still don't know if it's going to happen.
It could happen.
I just felt it could happen anytime.
All right, Froggy, what happened?
Okay, so Sunday it was very, 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 very hot. I think it was like 90-something degrees. But
You know, the feels like temp is what really knocks you on your butt. So you have like 92, 93, 95 degrees, but the feels like, I think today, for instance, I think I heard that today's feels like is going to be like 110.
Ooh.
Yeah, over most of the Bay Area. I think I read or heard somewhere 110
Ick.
is the feels like temp today. All right, back to Froggy's collapse.
so on Sunday it felt like 110. But you know my lawn issues where I got fired by my lawn guy
Yeah.
because there was too much duty on his tires, dog duty. And it would kick up everywhere and he would have to.
Now, I fired like 10 lawn people.
Yeah.
See, typically-
it's hard to find a good one.
Typically, you fire the lawn people. We've had our lawn guy now for like 15 years.
We love our lawn guy.
But yeah, I went through like 10 of them before I found a good lawn guy.
Every lawn guy I come across stinks on ice.
What?
So
Yeah.
Everyone?
No, that's not true. There are plenty
All
of.
of mine have been
No,
horrible.
Froggy's experience has been nothing but poor.
That's fine.
Yours stink because they've been rolling around in dog poop all day.
Exactly. So Froggy's issue is the reason why Froggy got fired by his last lawn guy is because Froggy's dogs poop all over the yard, and they don't clean it up. They don't clean up the poop.
It's good for the.
So the lawn guys are riding around their riding mower, and their tires, the grooves in their tires, the tread is all caked with dog crap.
Dude, they'd be using like the weed whapper and then hit it and it would explode and go
The
everywhere.
what?
It's not a rapper.
The weed whapper?
The weed whapper. Yeah.
No, it's a whacker.
Whatevs. They're using the weed.
It's a weed eater or a weed whacker. It's not a weed whapper.
Yeah, no one says whapper.
I do. They're going around using the weed whapper and they hit like a pile of like freshly laid poppy poo-poo, right?
It was more, and she's a big dog.
Yeah,
and it was
big-
more like getting stuck on the tires, and he would have to get his screwdriver out and clean it all out.
But wasn't the
in
blade
groove.
flinging it all over the
Oh, yeah, and
place?
it would fling all over my neighbor's side of their house.
All
I mean,
right.
there's a lot of
It
problems.
was a pain.
All right. So Froggy's lawn guy fires him. That's just like a little, like kind of a setup to the story.
Yeah,
So
so
let me
that-
guess. Since you have no lawn guy, you're out doing your own lawn on
Yes.
Sunday
Yes.
with another like feels like temp of like 110.
I decided to hit the yard at noon.
Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah, but that's what you do it.
Even my neighbor was like, "Hey, Mike, you're doing yard work at the hottest time."
The
of the day."
hottest time of the day. You know, they say the hottest time is like 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
10 to 2, and then 12, you're smack in the middle. The hottest time of the day, you're out mowing your yard
And
on
it takes
Sunday.
me 3 hours or so to do it.
What is,
it was-
you don't have a big yard. How does
The
it take?
backyard's bigger, and it was really long, and I have to drag the thing backwards to get it done right. Something to do with a lawnmower blade. I think it's on wrong because I have to drag my lawnmower.
So you think your blade is on backward?
Yeah, yeah.
It's,
I think
it's upside down?
Yeah.
I don't think it works like that, but wow.
So I have to literally pull it backwards to mow the lawn. It takes a long time.
So wait a minute, you have to drag your
Yeah,
lawnmower?
like this. This is how I mow my lawn. I go like this.
Like,
By the way, that's on MJTV.
That's good for your triceps.
Because it has to be backwards.
all right, so your hands are
Or it won't
behind
cut
you,
the lawn, yeah.
almost like you're an oxen.
Like you're pulling a plow in the
Yes.
field.
And it's exhausting. So I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'm so hot," and I started dripping sweat, and then my top of my head got tingly.
Oh
And I
man,
was like, "What's happening?"
it's a heat
That's
stroke.
So then what I did was I went and I got a cold bottle of water, and I was like, "Oh!" And I just chugged it,
Yeah.
and I sat there and I go, "Oh!" And I just projectile vomited
Dude.
ice cold water.
You hurled so you drank
All of it.
You drank the cold water and then you
Hurled it right back up.
you regurgitated just right out.
And then when I did that, I fell backwards, I guess. I passed out.
Were you sitting down or were you standing up?
I ended up, when I woke up, I was on the ground.
How long were you out?
I
Do you have
don't
any
know,
idea?
like maybe a
what
minute.
What if you would have fallen under the blade? What if your hand or arm?
Well, the safety thing, if you let go of it,
Oh, okay, all right.
it stops.
All right.
But I wasn't mowing the lawn at the moment.
You can tell I haven't mowed a lawn ever.
You
I've
love
never-
you love mowing.
Actually, I take that back. I used to mow Melvin and Diane Byram's yard on Moultrie Court in Virginia Beach. Right, their house was right at the intersection of Haygood Point Road and Moultrie Court, and they were my neighbors. I was what? Let's see, 1977, 78. I would have been like 11, 12 years old, and I would mow their yard for $20 a pop.
$20 a pop.
Yeah, that was not bad back then.
That's good money.
For 1977, 78, a 12-year-old, 11-year-old, that's not bad at all.
I
That's like $80 today.
That's the last time I touched a lawnmower, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to let you know.
Well, it's
All
a
right.
lot of work, especially here in Tampa,
So
Florida.
you had a medical episode, you passed, and you don't know how long you were out.
No, and I just got up and I was like, holy cow, what happened? Then I was like, did any of my neighbors see me? Because
Wow.
and then I just got up and I finished the lawn and really did? You're going to play the quack quack over me dying almost?
You always want a quack quack.
Take it to stop it.
I'm giving you a quack quack.
I don't give me a quack quack. It doesn't make any sense for the story. But yes, I almost died.
You passed the
I don't know what that is. Maybe somebody knows, they can email me or call in or text in.
It's called heat stroke because the dizziness, the lightheadedness,
The tinglies?
nausea, vomiting, tingling. Did you have an altered mental state? Were you confused or irritable or disoriented?
That's every day.
That's right now.
That's right.
I was in some sort of state. I was very irritable as
Do you
well.
have fast breathing, rapid heartbeat, muscle weakness,
Yes.
or cramps?
Yes.
Are you on WebMD for the symptoms of heat stroke?
This is what he had. I can officially diagnose you.
Does
You
it
had a
make you
heat stroke.
pass out?
Oh yeah. That's the dizziness part.
Hey, hold on. We have a caller on hold that had the same thing. Hang on a minute. Speaking of like WebMD and these medical websites, I stumbled across a new one. There's like some website like DickMD or something.
Okay, I don't want to go
No,
to
no,
that.
no.
Is it just for wieners?
No. Maybe it's not that. It's no. There's some other like a dude's name, and it's like a medical website. It's like some guy named Jerry or whatever. I'm just gonna. It's like Jerry MD. It's like
Ask Jeeves type thing?
No, well, it's like it's like a medical info website, and I hadn't been aware of this, and it kind of popped up in my feed on my Android. When I swipe to the right, and I get that feed, which typically has good stories in it. So hold on, let me grab line 6. Hi, good morning, David. You're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi, David. Welcome.
What's up, man? How you doing today?
We're doing fine. What happened to you?
So I own a lawn company, so we're out here in this every day doing it.
Yep.
When this actually happened to me last week, I was about to die. So I went and got a Gatorade, ice cold Gatorade from the cooler, and just started chugging it. 30 seconds later, it just puked it all out.
Oh, man.
You're supposed to drink lukewarm water or room temperature water for a little bit to cool down because that cold water just comes right up. And actually, my great-grandfather, that's how he died back in the 30s. He was on the tractor doing that. Chugged a whole bunch of cold water, had a stroke, died.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
that's an urban legend.
Back in the 1930s, your grandfather died on a tractor. Where was this? Where did it happen?
This was in Lakeland, Florida.
Oh, my God. So he was in the fields, and what was he growing out there?
I don't know. He was cutting the land on an old tractor, and
Oh, wow.
Grandma, she brought some ice cold water out to him, and then he died right there on the spot from chugging a bunch of cold water.
Oh, my
I'm so sorry for your loss, sir.
1930s.
Yeah.
Holy crap. That's like 90 years ago.
Yeah.
How old was he when your grandfather expired?
He was in his early 70s.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. Hey, where do you live? Where are you calling from?
I'm in the Winter Haven, Lakeland area.
Oh, geez, because I was going to say Froggy needs a
Hold on.
new lawn
Hold
care
on,
company.
Sir, hold on.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 41.
Your grandfather was in his 70s in the 1930s?
Yeah, family had some kids at the.
I say.
I mean, did he witness
Bunch of-
the Lincoln assassination?
Bunch of late bloomers
Guess
in
what?
your
Pretty,
family.
pretty damn close.
He was buddies with John Wilkes Booth.
No, seriously, 1930s. If you're
That
in your
would put him right
70s,
around the
that
Lincoln.
would put him right around the Lincoln assassination of 18, what, 65?
64, 65?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All
Wow.
right. Thanks, man.
That's an old grandfather.
Be safe out there.
All right, buddy.
Man.
My grandfather was 70 in 1990.
Golly.
I mean, he was 1930, and he's 40? Whatever.
That doesn't make
Sorry.
sense.
I'm
Some
sorry.
people are telling me that it's heat exhaustion that you had, Froggy, not a heat stroke.
Maybe. That makes more sense. I just needed the body to rest, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I was
The
exhausted.
thing is, the cold water kind of shocks your organs.
I guess so.
You know, they're hot right now. You give them cold water, it comes right back.
By the way, Fester, you're like Lincoln assassination, 1864, 1865. No, it's not. It's 1865.
I thought it was 1864.
No, Lincoln was assassinated
Pretty
in
popular year.
1865.
All right, April
April 15th. It was tax day. Same day the Titanic sunk.
Titanic, yeah.
Yeah.
Things happen
Lincoln
that day.
assassination, I should say, I think, did Lincoln died the next day. So what day? Hang on, so I got to look this up.
When did Lincoln die?
I think he was shot on April 14th, and I think Lincoln died on April 15th.
Okay, so he was shot on the 14th. I'm sorry, I'm so far off. One day, 150 years ago.
Your joke makes no sense now.
Fester, you're like typically a good historian, and you know all the presidents.
I named the day he was shot. That's pretty accurate.
I just
Oh,
said,
I was off by a year.
did
I'm
you
sorry.
witness the assassination?
Well,
Now
Froggy,
you guys are-
I'm glad you're okay with your medical episode. Hey,
Well, thank you.
Speaking of medical episodes, did you see the lady that melted down on the airplane thinking that like there was somebody that was not real on the airplane? Have you seen this?
It's like a Twilight Zone
Oh,
episode.
yeah. So you saw this, right?
Yeah.
What, did you sit next to Lincoln or something?
Just sat next to John Lithgow.
A lot of people take a lot of drugs now to fly, so maybe she was on something.
This is nuts. This is a woman on an airplane here in the U.S., and she's freaking out. Hey, Andrew, did you get all the F-bombs out of this? Are you sure? All right, Andrew says yes.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
When MJ has to say, "Are you sure?" You know there's a lot.
All right, so this woman is on an American Airlines flight, and this is bizarre. This thing, she has this meltdown. This woman is cursing up a storm. This went viral on Monday, earlier this week, and reportedly this is on an American Airlines flight getting ready to depart from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. And the woman is coming down the aisle, and she's just yelling. Let me just play the audio. Listen.
I'm telling you, I'm getting the off, and there's a reason why I'm getting the off, and everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't give two but I am telling you right now, that back there is not real. And you can sit on this plane and you can die with them or not. I'm not going to.
Bye.
So-
What?
Yeah, she is walking down the aisle from, it seems she came from near the back of the plane, and this video is as she's walking through the center of the airplane toward the first class section, and then she walks through the first class section. Whoever took this video was like in the front part of the economy section, maybe like the economy plus or whatever, but this woman is making the claim.
You okay there, buddy?
I had a sneeze.
Oh. And then you didn't sneeze.
No, I did sneeze. I shut my mic off.
Oh, you should have left it on.
Yeah, I shut my mic off so I didn't have to, sneeze all over the microphone or have it heard. So the woman is coming down the aisle and she's just dropping the F-bomb here, F-bomb there. And she's talking about somebody in the back of the plane not being real. So was she suggesting she was in like some kind of parallel universe, a time warp, that there was somebody? What, did she see a ghost, an apparition?
An alien?
Something. She was making some kind of claim that somebody in the back of the plane, that person, that man is not real. By the way, on the mother bleep, you didn't have to take the mother out, Andrew. You could have left the mother.
Mother is a perfectly acceptable word.
You could have left. Listen, there's Mother's Day.
Yes.
So
You Mother's Day.
exactly. So listen again. This is insane. Can you imagine? The woman is ranting. She's getting off the plane. She's not flying on the airplane because the person back there is not real. It's like a fake person, some kind of entity. And then she says right before she exits, before the video shuts off, she's like, if you want to stay on the plane and die, you can do that. Can you imagine having this kind of a crazy disruption on your American Airlines flight?
Are you going to want to get off the
I'm
plane?
telling you, I'm getting the off, and there's a reason why.
No, everyone was on the plane.
No, but she's saying, would you want to?
Would you want to? Like,
would you
after
be
she-
like,
yeah.
oh God.
What,
Yeah,
like
good.
you're gonna follow her like in the Jerry Maguire movie? Who's with me?
Everyone was seated. Everyone's on the airplane. The flight is getting ready to push back. They're about ready to close the door and push back. All right, here we go.
Off, and everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't give two but I am telling you right now that back there is not real. And you can sit on this plane and you can die with them or not. I'm not going to.
Then some guy goes, bye.
That's right.
Bye. That was a nice Dallas bye. Bye.
God, she's annoying. I take it she's inebriated somehow.
Or drugged up on
Something.
something, pilled up on something.
Someone said the flight was delayed 5 hours. Is that what you see?
I have 3 hours.
Okay.
Oh, she was hammered.
Yeah, after the episode, because after she gets off the plane, they cleared the whole plane. So instead of just letting her get off after she's seeing things and a man that's not real in the back of the plane, and she gets off, they decided to clear the entire airplane. They re-screened everyone. I think they re-screened the baggage. So the
what a
flight,
pain.
I have the flight was delayed 3 hours. You imagine? Because this lady's seeing things and having some kind of a psychotic episode on American Airlines.
What a hassle.
I don't give 2 Fs. I'm telling you right now that mother bleeper back there is not real. Andrew, why did you feel compelled to bleep mother?
Oh God.
He
It was easier than trying to find the right spot in the middle of the word.
That's
To
right.
take the F word out?
not to mention Andrew's mother issues.
Andrew is
Sorry,
mom. Andrew
Andrew.
is mom.
I tried to keep it between us, but he has a couple of them.
What, like an Oedipus complex or something, or what?
Yes, mother.
I'm telling you, I'm getting the off, and there's a reason why I'm getting the off, and everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it.
I don't think everyone's believing this. I don't believe that there's a person in the back of the airplane that's not real.
I don't give two but I am telling you.
She doesn't give 2 Fs. Why is it 2 Fs? Why is it I don't give 4 Fs or 3 Fs?
Well,
why is it 2 Fs?
she does give 1 F. I mean, I don't give 2, but I do give 1. Yeah.
Ow! That back there is not real.
That mother back there is not real. So did she see like a spirit, an entity? Did she have some kind of feeling that the person, like the form or shape of a person, was she able to see in and saw that it was like not? There's a name for that. What is it's like science? What am I thinking of? There's a name if like you see something and not an apparition or a ghost. That's too easy. I want to say there's like a name for something there that you see, but it's not really. It's
A mirage?
no, that's not a
A
mirage.
spirit, a phantom.
Whatever. But can you imagine this being on your flight? And she looks fairly put together. I mean, she looks like a Is that a?
She's a pretty lady.
Looks like she has some designer bags with her.
Is that a? What is that? What is that expensive bag? Goy. What is it?
I don't know.
Goya?
Goya?
Not
Bean
Goy.
Company?
No,
They
no,
make bags
not
now?
Goya. There's a Goyard. It looks like she's got a Goyard bag. Those are expensive. Roxanne, you don't know about Goyard
I don't know
bags?
about Goyards. I know goiters.
Hold
like
on,
that's a big bump on the
Roxanne,
neck, isn't it?
Roxanne, you don't know about a Goyard bag?
No, you're always calling me out about
Goyard,
my lack
because
of bag knowledge.
I thought that you were all like hoity-toity and fashion conscious.
I'm spotty hoity-toity.
Yeah.
Hoity-toity about certain things, not about bags.
Roxanne's like baller on a budget.
Goyard Paris. Yeah, I see them
What's
around.
wrong with me?
I see them around
Jeez.
town.
Wow.
I don't know if they're real Goyards or if they're fake Goyards.
I didn't
there
see him at the Texas Cattle Company.
there are a lot of fake handbags running around the Tampa Bay area, by the way.
Terrible name,
Yeah.
Can we get
Goyard.
back? Because, I mean, the ghosts, do they have to travel too?
Did they buy a ticket?
Here's my
I'll tell you right now, the Ghost is flying the wrong airline. The Ghost shouldn't be on American. Ghost should be on Go should be on. Go should be on Spirit Airlines.
Ooh, this is our favorite airline.
Ooh, Spirit
I
Airlines.
thought ghosts could just fly by themselves, right?
Well, maybe he's an early ghost and he has to earn.
His ghost wing? That's angels. That's angels. They don't get ghost wings.
The woman's a white chick. She appears to be, what, 30?
I don't know.
In her
32, 33?
Okay.
She's wearing kind of a tight, what kind of top is that?
A tank top.
She's wearing a tank top. She's wearing a very tight tank top, and she's got tight jeans on with holes in the jeans.
Yeah.
And it looks like she has a Goyard expensive bag.
Why would you recognize that?
Yeah,
Let's
so-
let's
Do
just
you
say,
have one?
let's just say that I was forced to wait in line last summer at the Goyard store in Paris
Ugh.
when we went to visit Chloe because she was taking a class at the Sorbonne. She was doing that
Carbone.
no the
I love
the
him.
Sorbonne.
What's amazing is the one detail of the story nobody's paying attention to.
What?
MJ will spend 5 minutes on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just pointing out that she's like fairly put together. She's having this meltdown episode talking about the spirit on the plane.
And you can sit on this plane and you can die with them or not. I'm not going to.
That's just
I
bizarre.
promise I'm the only one dead here.
Dude, what if it's like some insurance salesman from Austin? He's like, I'm not a spirit.
Just trying to get to my convention.
I'm sorry.
And if he's not real, just ignore him.
Speaking of Spirit Airlines, man, everything happens on Spirit. That happened on American. Did you see a dude put a cop at the Orlando airport into a headlock? That is not going to end well.
No.
Why? Seriously, why are most of the incidents that happen like Spirit Airlines related?
We just got finished with a crazy lady on American.
I know. I said usually it's Spirit. So this happened over the weekend. Video, I guess, emerged. Edward Harrison, 41 of Ohio, allegedly put one of the Orlando airport officers into a headlock, put him into a chokehold. So it was actually more of a chokehold. The guy's been charged with attempted murder of a police officer.
Yeah.
Because the officer said he felt like he was about to pass out. Listen to this. I've never seen anything like this before, said a passenger, Marianne Capoverde. The incident happened about 9:30 p.m., apparently on Friday. After hours of delays, there's a whole travel issue last week. I guess what? United had the worst of it. Tensions were mounting. I guess Spirit flights were late or canceled. According to the police report, an officer saw this Harrison guy from Ohio leaning over the ticket counter at the Spirit counter in Orlando, arguing with a woman behind the ticket counter. And then I guess the guy then got on top of the baggage scale and started yelling. The officer said that Harrison then reached behind the ticket counter and grabbed the keyboard and started just pushing all the buttons on the keyboard.
Does that really do anything?
I don't know. It's like I'm gonna disrupt Spirit Airlines by just grabbing their keyboard and just punching all the keys on the keyboard. Hang on, I think I got a keyboard right here. Hold on a minute. Look, I got a keyboard right. Spirit Airlines keyboard. I'm just.
What are you doing to the computer?
You're messing up our computer.
I just logged out.
Okay, I have to log back in.
What are you doing?
I just logged the computer out. But so then the guy is then approached by the police officer, and he puts the airport cop, in a headlock chokehold. That is no good.
Thanks, Andrew. Andrew has to come in here now and relog us in because of your pantomime.
So
over here.
while the guy's on the baggage scale, where if you're, I think, 1 ounce over, Spirit Airlines wants to charge you $150 or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So the officer grabs the dude's arm, and that's when he got upset, and he puts the officer in a chokehold, took him to the ground. The eyewitness, it happened in front of a lot of people, but this Capoverde woman said it looked like a wrestling match. Police say that Harrison was taken to the hospital. He then claimed he was having a medical episode. Apparently, he told the cop, "I'm going to kill you."
Okay.
So
Can't say that. That's a felony.
I'm going to kill you along with putting him in a chokehold. The guy's been hit with attempted murder of a law enforcement officer.
Yeah, that's not good.
No. Last I saw, he was in the Orange County Jail. 4 charges, including attempted first-degree murder of a law enforcement officer.
So he's not going to leave Florida for a while.
No, he's going to have an extended Orlando area vacation.
Yeah.
You know, you don't see this vacation package offered much on those Facebook ads that pop up to her. 4 days, 3 nights in Orlando.
I never see the pamphlet at the brochure in
No?
the hotel lobby.
Never. Things to do. Orange County Prison. Orange County Jail.
I've gotten a handful of texts. Just
Yes.
want to add this. That
Yes.
lady who saw the apparition on
Yeah.
the plane, guess who was on the flight as well?
Oh,
Carrot Top.
Carrot Top was...
Maybe she was thinking he was
Wait a
on
minute. No, maybe it was one of his props. Maybe it was one of his crazy props. It was like a lifelike-looking guy. That's not real. I'm getting off this plane. That's not real. If you want to die with Carrot Top...
Was Carrot Top really on that? Because I
Yes, he
follow
was.
him, and he always says he should talk about it then.
Hold on. Look at his... What do you follow him on? Instagram or Twitter or what?
Both, sir. Both.
Well, I'm sure he talked about it.
Yeah, let me see. He's pretty entertaining on the old IG, I'll say.
Is he?
Yeah.
Because I don't find him entertaining on the stage.
Oh, I like Carrot Top.
Carrot Top is awesome.
Oh, no, I think he's great.
Do you? Okay.
He's an original.
Okay, yes.
What's your problem with Carrot Top? I
Yeah.
think Carrot Top's great.
I'm anti-Carrot Top as well.
He looks like an alien now.
Is he all jacked up on roids or
No,
whatever?
he during an interview, he said that he regrets getting that big because it affected his comedy career because it's all people cared about.
Oh, man, the guy got all jacked, man.
He's back to normal. He's all skinny again.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Yeah, he bulked up, and it looked like he was shooting steroids and like lifting 600 pounds of curls.
Pauly Shore or Carrot Top?
In the plane?
Which one was it? What?
Does
Who
the plane
would
go
you rather?
down? Does it land successfully? What's the option?
What is your question?
Who would you rather hang out with? Who do you like better?
Well,
You
MJ
know what?
has quite a history with Pauly.
I'm sure they're both great guys.
Yeah, listen, I don't dislike Pauly Shore.
he's
I made a
awesome.
comment about him, and he left me a voice message years ago.
You still have that voice message.
I think I played it a while ago. Hold on a
You
minute.
did.
It's nice to be nice to the
It's
nice.
nice to be nice to the nice.
The truest words ever spoken. It's nice to be nice to the nice.
I follow Pauly Shore on IG.
He's funny too.
Yeah, he is pretty funny. And now that I have that frame of reference of it's nice to be nice to the nice, like it makes
Hey,
all of his
I've
posts
got-
make sense.
I've got the old CDs here. I'm looking through, see if I can find it here. The Pauly Shore call. No, I don't dislike Pauly Shore at all. Oh, here it is.
He's making a little comeback. He's actually really popular.
I got. Hold on. I just found it. It's on the Crotchety Christmas 2 CD.
Oh God.
Hang on a minute. Let me put it in the CD player. I'll play the Pauly Shore call right now. So I don't have anything against Pauly Shore. I made a comment. You know what it was? Pauly Shore had a new Fox TV show back in like the late 90s.
Was it called like Pauly
and
or
it was,
Hey Pauly or something?
It was terrible. The reviews were awful. And I talked about it. And it turns out that Pauly Shore was on a flight, I think, to Tampa. And the flight attendant was from Tampa. And the flight attendant said, hey, there's a morning show in Tampa that said your new show's terrible. So a flight attendant is telling Pauly Shore about our morning show, and this guy named MJ said that your show is terrible. So Pauly Shore calls my office voicemail over on our old complex on Gandy. And hang on, let me bring this up. It's cut number, where the heck is it? Cut 5. All right, hang on a minute. Cut 5. I'm going to play this right now. So this was Pauly Shore calling up my voicemail. Here we go.
1. New voicemail message. To get messages, press 2.
Hey guys, this is Pauly Shore calling. I just flew in, and I heard from one of the flight attendant guys that you're bashing my show, which isn't cool because the show's fun and cute, and I don't know. You should put out positive energy in the airwaves, not negative energy. There's too many negative things going out in the world. It'd be nice to actually have you guys say some nice stuff about people once in a while instead of being mean all the time. I don't know. You should just be nice. It's nice to be nice to the nice, right? So say nice stuff about it next time, okay? All right. But dude, the show sucks. No, it doesn't suck, man. You suck, piece of crap.
To respond or forward,
I love
press
how it
1.
ends.
To delete, press star D. Deleted.
I love Pauly Shore so much just because of that voicemail he left you in 1997.
You got a little unhinged towards
So
it.
the show Pauly ran from March 3rd all the way to April 7th.
The show, it lasted a month. The show lasted
4 episodes.
It's Pauly on Fox. Watch it quickly. It's only going to last a month on Fox.
I tell you, every time I've seen him on TV or wherever, I've always smiled just because of this guy. I've always had a good vibe about this guy.
Oh, whenever I see him, I think of that voicemail.
He was right, though.
I gotta be. That's pretty impressive. I found the CD. I found the cut pretty quickly.
I remember.
Yeah, it only took about like 4 minutes.
Even if you take anything away from today's show, people,
All right,
it's nice to be nice to the nice.
I've got to get a listener on the phone named Vanetta. Vanetta sent me an image on my Instagram. By the way, folks, you can direct message me on Instagram if you ever need to get a hold of me. If you have any content for the show, you can send me anything via email. MJ@MJMorningshow.com. That's my private personal email. I'm the only one that goes through it. MJ@MJMorningshow.com. My personal private email. Or you can send me a direct message on Instagram. I'm Certified MJ Radio. Certified MJ Radio. Speaking of my Instagram, I didn't talk about one of my posts involving a new Chloe video. I'll talk about that in a few minutes. But Vanetta on my IG at Certified MJ Radio, give me a follow, sends me an image of a receipt from a local restaurant establishment. Now, this is a chain. I have really, good thoughts about this chain. I don't frequent. I've been there. It's been a while, but I have nothing but, I think, positive feelings, positive thoughts about this particular restaurant in the Tampa Bay area. I don't have anything negative to say. And obviously, Vanetta likes the place because she was there, but it's just interesting what popped up. All right, let me call Vanetta. Let me get her on the phone. All right, 727-504. Okay, calling up Vanetta. I gave away enough information that if someone wants to try to figure it out, you got 10,000 options.
Hello.
Vanetta.
Good morning.
It is the MJ Morning Show calling live. How are you on this Wednesday morning?
Very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm well. Thank you so much for taking the time to send me the direct message on Insta. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
All right, so why don't you tell everyone what happened? And I have the actual receipt from the restaurant. And it's really, for me, it's a curiosity factor. And again, I've got, if people were to do a survey and say, because you have companies that do like popularity surveys or focus group research, and what do people think of certain brands, and what are your feelings toward that brand? And I've got really nothing but positive thoughts about this particular restaurant chain, to be quite honest. So, and Vanetta, you were there, so I guess you like it as well.
Oh yeah, it's my local watering hole. It's where I go. It's one of my favorite places.
All right, so what place was it?
The Wing House.
So we all know what the Wing House is, and again, I've got very positive vibes and feelings about the Wing House. I don't have anything negative that even pops up about Wing House. So, Vanetta, it's your local favorite. You like Wing House, and you sent me an image of the receipt, and you were there at the end of last month. And why don't you tell everyone what happened?
Well, I had just gotten in from out of town. I was just in Orlando, which, by the way, we went to save money because it's actually more affordable to go out in Orlando than it is locally here in Pinellas County. And we even commented on how...
Wait, hold on a minute. You're saying it's more affordable to drive from Pinellas to Orlando?
Yes. In fact, one happy hour tab at my local Wing House, or even just any of the local bars on happy hour, is the same tab as an evening out in Orlando, like an entire evening, and take home food.
Okay, all right.
All right. I'll take your word for it.
All right,
2 tanks of gas.
So here's the Wing House situation, and it's just interesting. So you're at Wing House. The check is dated June 25th. So we were in the middle of our vacation last week. June 25th. Tell everyone what happened.
Well, me and a friend of mine had a couple beers, 4 beers each, 1 for Miller and 4 Busch Light. We get the tab, and there is a 4% local dining surcharge removed from the tab, or charged on the tab.
Yeah, so I'm looking at the receipt. I see the 5 Miller Lite 16 ounce at $22.50. I see 5 Busch Light 16 ounce at $15. Subtotal $37.50. By the way, your server was Shayna R.
Oh, she sounds lovely.
Was Shayna nice?
Wonderful, beautiful. Shayna didn't know about the surcharge.
All right, so here's the deal. So you go down, the subtotal is $37.50, and then below that, it says local dining surcharge 4% or $1.50. Then there's tax and the total of $41.65. And you're looking at the check, and suddenly, Vanetta, you see this 4% local dining surcharge, and you're a frequent Wing House customer, but you've never seen this before.
Nope.
So what happens? Do you bring it up to the server?
Absolutely. Brought it to her attention. She had no idea about it, so she went and confronted the manager, and none of the other servers knew about it. And when she asked him, what does this go towards? Is it towards my tip? Is it towards the cook? It's not. It doesn't go towards any of them. And so it was suggested that the reason for the surcharge was because they run specials. So to offset the specials, so for example, if they're running 25 or 75 cent wings, now there's surcharge.
That's interesting. Were any of your beers on special?
No.
Huh.
Does it go to the county or the municipality?
No.
It says
Local dining surcharge. It seems like it's just a profit center, or it's revenue for the restaurant. You know what we ought to do? I would love, Fester, why don't you reach out to Wing House and see if you can get somebody on? And listen, any Wing House managers, Wing House owners?
Let me call Crawford Kerr up right now.
Yeah, anyway, listen.
I golfed with him one time. He's a nice guy.
Listen, again, I've got nothing but positive thoughts about Wing House.
Me too. I absolutely love the staff there. Everyone's so great.
Yeah, listen, again, anything that I think of when it comes to Wing House, I have nothing negative to say about Wing House. But I'm curious, and you brought this to my attention, that local dining surcharge 4%.
Mm-hmm.
And just raise the price. I mean, that's always bothered me. Like, for instance, during COVID, some places added like a dining surcharge, which I think a lot of those have faded away. And like, why add a surcharge? Or with a supply chain and all the prices of everything going up, some places added they came up with different names for adding like an extra charge to your bill. But just raise the price of the dish. If you're ordering something that's $16.95, raise it to $17.95 or $18.95, but instead of adding like an obnoxious line item, is what I'm saying.
Or just making up something. You can just make up the surcharge.
Right.
Like, what is the local? What does that mean? Like, because more people are coming there and dining in the local area. Like, where'd you come up with that name? Local dining surcharge. Well, since then, I have to let you know I went there yesterday.
Is it still there?
No, they removed it.
Oh, it's gone.
Yeah, enough people made a fuss about it that they removed it. So just as easily as they pop it on there, they can take it off.
Wow, look at that. So it's gone. Fester, get a hold of somebody from Wing House. Or, listen, if anyone from Wing House is listening right now, call us. Again, we've got all positive thoughts and feelings about Wing House, but here's a listener that brought to my attention and sent me a picture of the check that said local dining surcharge, but now apparently it's been taken off. It's gone. So if anyone with Wing House is listening, 800-990-1047, 800-990-1047 is how you get in, 800-990-1047. So manager, server, Kerr himself, if you...
Yeah, Crawford, give us a call.
Let us know what it is. Hey, Vanetta, thanks for bringing the story to my attention. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. God bless. Thank you.
Have a great day, and thanks for listening to the show.
Love you guys.
Bye-bye. Listen, great example of a listener just sending us content, sending us a note. And like I said, if you ever have anything that's pertinent, anything you think is good for the show, you have any kind of inside scoop, you got a hot tip on something we need to know about, give us the scoop, give us the hot tip. You can email me privately, mj@mjmorningshow.com, mj@mjmorningshow.com, or hit me up on Instagram. Send me a direct message on IG, Certified MJ Radio. That's Certified MJ Radio. Speaking of my Instagram, this has got, I think it's closing on like 10,000 views.
Ooh.
Did you see the Chloe video where she's trying to show our dog how to throw up?
I missed that.
You didn't see this?
No. Was that the one like in the kitchen?
Yes.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it like a week ago.
What the hell? Anyway, this is just a good time to talk about IG, Instagram, and also my Scuba videos, which I'll get to in a second. So Chloe is on the ground in our kitchen, and I'm like, where the heck did this come from? It suddenly shows up in my feed. Chloe posts the video. So then I repost the video. Listen to this.
I think Scout has to throw up. I don't know. Hey. Do you throw up? Hey, it's okay. Come here. Hey, Scout, come here. You want to throw up? Hey, look, it's okay. Scout, it's okay. You can throw up. It's okay. I don't know if she has to throw up. Are you okay?
So
what's the matter with her?
Yeah, what kind of terrible kid is Chloe? Take the dog outside.
She's on the floor in our kitchen, and she's simulating. She's showing Scout, our Jack Russell Terrier. Chloe is simulating throwing up, going bleh, and like leaning down, and like she's simulating throwing up on the floor in the kitchen. She's giving our dog a demo on how to throw up.
Kid's got issues.
Yeah, I can't imagine ever teaching anyone how to throw up. It's just like an innate thing.
I mean, the dog knows how to puke.
Yeah. I mean, when they need to puke, a lot of times they'll eat grass in the yard or something, right?
Puking is involuntary.
Well,
the dog knows how to pull its own trigger.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't need her help. She's just watching for entertainment.
The video's pretty
Exactly.
funny. People are like sending all the laughing out loud emojis with the crying smiley face and everything. All right, if you want to see the video, it is on my Instagram at Certified MJ Radio. Let me kind of tell you what it is. It might not be totally obvious. So if you go to my IG, on my IG, it's 6, 7, 8, 9, 12. All right, it's like the 13th one down. It's below my Scuba computers. So you'll see it's like an image of Chloe's arm on, you'll see our kitchen windows and the kitchen floor. That's the video. It's the one right before the shark video of me videoing a big Caribbean reef shark right near me last week in Little Cayman. So if you want to see the video of Chloe demonstrating to Scout, our Jack Russell Terrier female, how to puke, the video is on my Instagram. Go to Certified MJ Radio, and it is the one right before the shark video. So it's like 13th tile down on IG. Hey, Andrew, go ahead and grab that and put that also on videos mentioned. Andrew will also put the link to the Instagram Chloe throw up video. He'll put it on mjmorningshow.com. So if you're not on IG, give us 5 minutes or so. It'll be on mjmorningshow.com, and it'll be in videos mentioned. We'll put the link on there. All right, quickly, I got to get Shorty Shane on the phone, and then also maybe the worst date ever. Also a follow-up on that roller coaster crack up in North Carolina.
Yeah, like Carowinds.
Yeah. So hang on. I've got like a couple of audio bites from an interview of the guy that took the video of this massive support column cracking on a roller coaster. This is crazy stuff. All right, if you haven't seen all my scuba videos, listen, I got to be honest. The videos are pretty good, and they're not long. They're 10, 20 seconds. I think the longest one might be 50 seconds or so. So last week, I was with Julian. We were scuba diving on Little Cayman in Bloody Bay and Jackson Bight. We did 23 dives. It was a great 8 days of diving that we had. And I'm looking at the images right now. I've got the nurse shark with its nose jammed into a hole while grouper are right there waiting. So the nurse shark must have chased a crab or something into a hole. The nurse shark wants to get it. And then the grouper are hanging out waiting for scraps. It's amazing how the sea works and how these animals know what to do. So that's pretty cool video.
Oh, yes, Jacques Cousteau here. It's amazing how the sea works.
Jacques H. Cousteau.
Mr. MJ, what do you see here in this video?
So then there's a great, Roxanne, you like the stingray video.
That's my favorite. I like stingrays' faces. They look like they have happy faces.
Yeah, because you wrote amazing video or something tonight in the comments.
She always writes something flattering about everybody's video. Roxanne never writes, "This sucks." She never writes
Also, I've got a huge green moray eel out of the hole swimming.
I like that one.
She said.
With stop.
Roxanne liked it.
With a grouper. Hang on a minute. With a grouper. See, and the grouper, they hunt in unison with other animals. So the eel's looking for something, chasing food, and the grouper's right there with it. That video's up there. And then, the turtle video's spectacular.
Yes, the turtle video with the moray eel and the grouper.
Will you stop it, Fester, with your Jacques Cousteau?
And Bloody Bay.
Anyway, so if you haven't seen my scuba videos and Julian and me on the boat, there's just some nice pictures and videos. Then the shark, people they're freaking out. How'd you not freak out? Because sharks don't bother scuba divers.
Have you seen stuff that's going on lately? There have been some pretty
but
nasty sharks.
But it's typically swimmers. There's that video over in the Panhandle, right?
Oh, I sent you one recently.
Yeah, there's a video of a shark circulating just a couple of, the last day or so.
Yeah, the one that's coming towards shore at 100 miles per hour.
And they're yelling, "Everyone out of the water, shark!"
Hold on. You have video of a shark circling the waters? Send it to me quickly.
Fester, knock it off.
I mean, okay, all right. You go scuba diving. It's pretty videos.
Anyway.
So my wife saw the stingray video, and the first thing she says is, has he ever heard of the crocodile guy? And I'm like, different kind of stingray.
No, they have the barbs, but you don't get right on top of a stingray and jam your chest into the barb. That's what happened. Steve Irwin was shot. Stingrays are docile, kind, friendly creatures.
He didn't shove his chest into the barb.
Well, he was too close to it. That's why he
attacked him. Yeah, and it stabbed him in the heart like 4 times in a second.
That's very, very rare. All right, I got to get Shorty Shane on the line. Because Shorty Shane was also hunting with the moray eel under the water. No, I'm kidding. Shorty Shane is doing some kind of an event tied to the Barbie movie.
He is?
What?
Is it because he's the size of a Ken doll?
Hang on, let me find. I got to find it. He sent me some kind of a convoluted text. But Shorty Shane, let me get him on the phone. Hold on a minute. Hold on, man. Let me dial him up here. 727- 637.
Why? You have to say half the numbers.
I'm just making sure I'm dialing right. Plus, I'm also trying to fill up some airtime while I dial.
I'm just saying you wouldn't do that if you dialed your
you
own
guys
number.
seem to be incapable.
Hello?
Shorty Shane, MJ Morning Show Live. How you doing, man?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
All right, you got to explain. What is this convoluted message you sent me while I was scuba diving in Little Cayman? So you're doing some event, and it has to do with the Barbie movie? What's going on?
Yeah, it kind of happened on a clear blue sky. Parks and Rec, downtown St. Pete, the bar, Park and Rec.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they hit me up, and they're like, yo, we're doing a Barbie event premiere for the movie coming out later this month, and we're having a whole pink party, basically. Everything's pink drinks, pink everything.
So you're going to be Shorty Shane dressed in pink?
Yeah, and they needed somebody to...
Oh, you know what you ought to do? You ought to go all smooth crotch front, like the Ken and Barbie dolls. You know what I'm talking about?
Of course. I heard Fester say I was a Ken now.
You're about the height of a Ken doll. No, I'm not talking about your flat junk.
All right, so when is this? You're going to be at Park and Rec.
Yeah, it's Friday night. I'm going to be there from 9 to midnight or 9 to 1.
Wow.
Yeah,
And-
late at night. I'm going to be driving the mini Barbie Jeep around.
Yo, they ought to put you in a little Barbie car like the 3-year-olds drive around in.
Yeah.
You need to show up in a Barbie Corvette.
He has a Lambro, right?
Yeah, I have a Lambo, but that's my main part is to drive the Barbie Jeep around.
Oh, there we go. So that's what they're having you do.
Yeah.
You're gonna have drinks on your head.
So Shorty Shane's gonna be driving in the Barbie Jeep all around the Park and Rec Barbie launch party.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, basically, pretty much what I'm doing.
Oh, I think that's fantastic.
Sounds like an awesome time.
Yeah.
Hey,
Be fun.
Shane, if you ever want hours of entertainment, type in Barbie Jeep downhill racing.
Oh, God, you love that.
I watch it every
Oh,
week.
that's where people wipe out and have
Yes.
horrific falls and tumbles.
But you have to type in Barbie Jeep downhill racing into YouTube. It's the best.
It's not better than the downhill cheese roll.
No, better.
All right, I'll do
better.
it. I'll do it this morning, actually.
Yeah, Barbie. You have to type in Barbie Jeep downhill racing.
People die in the downhill cheese roll.
Meh.
All right, cool.
All right, Shorty Shane, great to have you on. Hey,
All right.
hey, keep us up to speed, and give us a
Yeah,
hit.
they mentioned free tickets, so I'll get back to you and let you know.
So they want to give us free tickets to give away for your event.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh yeah, let me just run it by promotions, and that'd be fine if Shorty Shane's going to be there.
I may just take them all and sell them outside.
Yeah, or you could do that. What do they call those people?
Scalpers.
Scalpers, yes.
Scalpers, yeah, scalpers.
All right, buddy. We'll talk to you soon, man.
Someday I'll tell you about my Renaissance Fair racket.
All right. What is that?
So like in 19...
I remember the old Devil Rays racket.
Oh, the old Devil Rays racket was the best.
Oh, guy, we ought to tell the story again. Can you do it in a minute?
In a minute? No, I can't do anything in a minute. I can't exhale in a minute. I'm a long-form talker. You know that. I tell stories.
All right, what was the Renaissance Fair racket?
So like back in the day, like 2000, the Renaissance Festival, which used to be like in Largo, would drop off 1,000 tickets to the radio station. 1,000, and they would put them out for anybody to take. Anybody who worked at the radio station take a couple of tickets to the Renaissance Fair, and they were like $20 each. And then I'm like, in a Friday afternoon, nobody's there for the rest of the weekend. There's still like 500 tickets. So I took them all, and I went to the Renaissance Fair parking lot.
Oh my God!
And
So
I sold
You're
them.
undercutting the box office.
I'm like, hey guys, how many you got? You got 4? I'm like, look, it's gonna be $80 when you get to that gate. I'll sell you 4 right now for I don't know, $30, $40, 30. It's half price. And some guys would give me side eye.
What year was this?
This was late 90s, early 2000s.
I will only have respect for this story if you tell us that you were dressed in medieval gear.
No, nothing like that. I was real sketchy. I was walking between cars. I'm like, hey, what do
He
you
was
got?
holding a giant turkey leg.
I mean, do you guys have tickets yet? No, I mean,
He's eating. He's trying to speak while he's spitting out turkey parts.
I think I walked away with like $4,000.
Oh my
there was,
God!
Benji, there was hundreds and hundreds of tickets, and I was there all.
You would have made a good mobster.
Yeah, it was hoofing them. The Devil Rays tickets was the best though. Jim Marshall made a mistake when he recruited me for that game.
All right, so listen to this. So when back then it was J-Core, right?
Yeah.
When the Devil, remember, before it was the Rays, it was the Devil Rays, which
Correct.
that was a terrible name. The Devil Ray. I know people say, well, what about the New Jersey Devils? Anyway, we didn't really like the name Devil Rays. The Rays are fine, but Devil Rays was not a great name.
Devil Ray uniforms are making a little comeback on some select games this season.
So let me give a little inside radio here. So when the Devil Rays came to town, the broadcast rights were a big deal, and there were several stations allegedly in the market that wanted to carry the new Devil Rays games on radio. And J-Core and 970 back in that was one of the stations they wanted to run the games. And it seemed like maybe a game was run on them.
Yeah.
Because back then it was like Paxton Media, the predecessor before Cox Media bought the Paxton stations. Anyway, there was allegedly like a bidding war in the market to see who would get the broadcast rights for the Rays on radio, Devil Rays.
To be the flagship of the Tampa Bay Devil Rays.
Exactly. And after the fact, it seemed that that there was kind of a sham and a wambuki pulled on the J-Core Clear Channel station, that the other company was not really that interested, but they were jacking up the price in the bid in order to make J-Core pay as much as possible. And they ended up securing the broadcast rights for some ridiculous amount of money. It was like millions and millions of dollars for the broadcast rights. And they lost their ass on it. They didn't make. They lost their ass on. I mean, they could not sell enough ads at enough rate to recoup the money. But anyway,
so their big plan to recoup some of the money was.
Listen to this. So the radio station would get a stack of tickets.
They had to buy like 60 season tickets. I mean, part of the broadcast package was you own season tickets. We had tickets to every game,
and they had to buy those.
They don't give them away.
I don't know if they would give. Anyway, we had tickets to every single home game. Listen to this.
So like 2 weeks into the baseball season,
this is late 90s.
The sales manager comes to me and says, "Hey, I got a little part-time job if you're interested. If you're looking for something." I think I was going to go to one of the games. He goes, "You like going to the games?" I'm like, "Yeah, I like going to the games." He's like, "Look, we have tickets to every game. How about I give you all the tickets and you go down to the stadium each day and you sell them and you keep a portion of the cash."
There's a major broadcast operation that has the official broadcast rights.
Major League Baseball
The
team.
official broadcast rights to these broadcasts of the Rays on radio, right? And in order to recoup some of the money, they were taking the tickets that they had to give away for free.
Yeah.
Fester was sent down to the streets around the Trop to try to sell the tickets, bring the money back, and Fester got to keep like
20% or whatever it was, a percent.
Fester got to keep a percentage.
So I eventually tell BJ this, right? BJ, after a couple of weeks, he's like, "You're doing what?" And he goes, "They're paying you how much?" And BJ was like one of the bosses of the radio station. He requested 6 tickets to every top shelf Yankee game. I think the Braves were in town. All the big games. BJ got 6 tickets. He just handed them to me. And he goes, "You keep whatever you make on these 6. So I'd sell those 6 for like $400. They were great players. So I made that money. I go, here's your $80 today. Anyway, good times. Good times.
Wow. All right. I got to prioritize because, as usual, what do we have? We got about 12, 13 minutes left in our 1 hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ morning show. I want to play something here quickly. I want to play an audio bite. Tell me if this is annoying the hell out of you. Listen to this. Why has that popped up on all like social media videos? Why is that popping up on all the reels?
I don't know.
And I don't use TikTok, but apparently it's all over TikTok. I see it on Instagram Reels. But in just like the last like week or two, this is like a French song from like 2015. And for whatever reason, it's macabre.
It's very macabre.
Makeba, M-A-K-E-ba. Makeba.
The first time I heard it was when the sub sank. There was a video, or there's somebody made a little video of ghosts, and they were like dancing. They're going, "Ooh, mama," and they said, "Waiting for new, ghosts after so many years of being bored with the same ghosts or whatever."
But it
just came out like last week.
Yeah, it's gone viral for whatever reason. People are using that portion of the song. It's a French singer, and that song is like 2015. It's like 7-8 years ago, and for whatever reason, it's making the resurgence. Remember, like, Mr. George, how much you pay for the new guy? Remember that was used by everyone for a while?
Yeah. And we talked to him.
Yeah, we did talk to him. We were the first radio station to interview the Mr. George guy. And then all the other radio stations started calling him after that. But this little clip.
Doesn't songs like that show up on Instagram and you could choose that song? Maybe it's like on their playlist that you could choose.
One of the toughest things with these videos is you make a cute video, then you have to find a music soundtrack to it. And you go through it, you spend more time trying to pick the right music than you do making the video. So something that catches on, that's popular, and now that this is popular, it's getting clicks. It might be getting higher in the search features.
I like it.
I kind of dig. I don't think I've ever heard it before, but I kind of dig it.
I mean, it just sticks in your head and it won't get out of you. It's like an earworm. It's just in your. What was that, Rox?
I was going to tell you that the song is about legendary South African musician Makeba,
Makeba,
famous for her activist music against the apartheid in South Africa.
Wow. Way to bore this thing up. I mean, we're playing some hot music from 2015. It's about apartheid activism.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't go with what the vibe.
But I looked at the lyrics. The lyrics are terrible.
Oh, really?
It's like I want to feel your breath next to me. How does that have to do anything with? What does that have to do with apartheid?
Especially if you got butt breath.
Hold on, let me bring up Makeba lyrics. I'm serious. M-A-K-E-B. Stop.
That's a good line.
At least play the music while you're looking it up, MJ. Come on.
Can I get an ooh-wee makes my body dance for you? Ooh-wee, Makeba, Makeba. Can I get an ooh-wee makes my body dance? I want to hear your breath just next to my soul. What does that have to do with apartheid?
Makeba had asthma, so wanted to hear the breath.
I guess one of the lyrics is, no one can beat the Mama Africa. You follow the beat and she's going to give you Makeba, Makeba, Makeba.
Okay.
Play it again.
All right. I'm trying to get away from this thing. I think the lyrics sound like a third grader wrote them, to be quite honest.
That's a little catchy. I kind of like it's growing on me.
It's just
it's extremely catchy. That's why it's everywhere.
Anyway, that thing went totally viral.
I think people like the makes my body dance for you part. And the hoo-wee.
I mean, it's no Gangnam Style, but all right.
Do you know that's like it's like that whole thing is like 13 years ago, that whole Gangnam Style?
Really?
You know, he performed that in front of like 50 million people.
That's crazy. We have an update on the roller coaster.
Where, in hell? When did 50 million people assemble in one spot?
I saw a video.
It's 50 million people? That's a lot.
Can I move on to the roller coaster in North Carolina?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So we have an update on the roller coaster in North Carolina. It is shut down. We talked about this on Monday's show. This is just insane. That ride is going to be closed for the rest of the season. That's a major repair. And what we have the guy that took the video of the massive, like 230-foot tall support post with a giant crack, a stress crack where it's like opening and closing. This fissures, like as the roller coaster is stressing it, there's a giant crack in a major support beam at this amusement park up in Charlotte, North Carolina, the Carowinds Park.
It's a big park.
It's the Fury 325. It was closed until inspections and repairs happen. Listen, they're not getting Bondo and putting this. They're not getting, hi, Phil Swift for Flex Seal. They're not using Gorilla Glue to put. They're going to have to replace that whole damn support. That's a big job. That is a huge metal pipe that is like 200 feet tall. But I've got new audio here. This is Jeremy Wagner, and he was at the amusement park, and he's the one that took the video of the crack. And as the roller coaster is going by, the crack is getting bigger. It's crazy. And he tries to bring this to the attention of the park people, and they're like seemingly blowing him off. It's like, guys, you have a crack in your roller coaster pylon or whatever you call this thing. Listen to it. He did an interview. He was on CNN. Listen to this.
I thought it was a joke, and then I started looking at the other pillars, and I'm like, no, that's legit. I can see light through that crack.
I can see light through the crack.
I felt there's no urgency in any of the employees. And even
that's a problem. You're trying to tell the employees at Carowinds Amusement Park outside of Charlotte that there is a major crack in a support post that's holding the whole damn roller coaster up at the highest point. And you can see light through the crack and it's opening and closing. Whoa, whoa. If there was a sound effect of the crack, it would sound like that Little Rascal sound. That's it right there. That's a major problem. And that no one in the park seemed interested.
I felt there's no urgency in any of the employees.
How could there not be urgency? If you're telling the employees there's a crack in your roller coaster, how can there not be urgency? I don't understand that.
I don't know. Urgency is one of those things that are subjective. I mean, what?
Yeah.
A roller coaster is a metal crack?
Okay,
Yeah,
I make $10 an hour working at Carowinds. I'm just going to report it to my manager. That's it.
Might be high. I think it's $8.75.
Maybe. You know, I mean, think about it. I mean, what do you tell some high school junior? There's a crack in your roller
If
coaster.
I were a high school junior, I would shut it down.
I'd have to tell
I
my
would
manager.
call a manager.
I have to call my manager, sir.
I would shut the ride down and call a manager.
Okay, but that's as much
I have that
urgency.
kind of sense. If I was a junior in high school and I got a summer job at the Carowinds Amusement Park and I'm 17 years old, I'm shutting it down.
Yeah.
I'm calling a manager.
For real. Oh my God, let's close this ride. Now.
I mean, I wonder if it's the
And then there
snap
are-
that day.
And then there are videos out there showing the crack going. What were you saying, Frog?
Oh, I mean, I wonder how long it's been like that. Maybe it just happened.
Oh, I
and
think
nobody
it did.
noticed it.
I think it might have just happened, but the point is, this dude is saying that there was no urgency.
I felt there's no urgency in any of the employees. And even after they had me airdrop the video, the guest services person walked off and said, I'll send this to somebody. And they just turned around and walked off, nonchalant.
So let me tell you what happened there. So he's trying to tell people at the ride, you got a problem. No one seemed interested. Then he goes to guest services. How many more cycles of this roller coaster occurred where it could have collapsed or the car could have flown off the tracks? So he goes to guest services at the front of the park, and the employee says, oh, that's interesting. Can you airdrop me that video?
Right.
Instead of like making a call immediately, take the manager of the park. We got a problem. You got to shut down the what was it? The
Fury
the
365.
Fury 365, whatever the hell the thing is. Man, that's just absolutely crazy. I mean, the whole thing is shifting. You look at the video when the roller coaster goes by, the whole the top bracket is cracked and it's moving like 3 inches to the right.
Wow.
Jeez.
All right.
All the fears that you have of roller coasters right there, baby, at Carowinds in the Carolinas.
Oh,
That's just insane beyond description.
I don't do roller coasters.
Oh, I love roller coasters. Listen,
I can't do roller coasters either. The G-forces, they don't do well with me anymore.
Did you know?
so you would have never made it with the Blue Angels when I
No.
took that flight.
No chance.
Did you know?
I
on-
pulled 7.4 Gs for 24 seconds. What are you trying to say, Fester?
back
Man,
to
that's a lot of G's, actually.
Yeah, it is.
All right, Fester, go ahead and talk.
No, you sons of a-
One more. Come on. Go. What are you saying?
Did you?
Well, you
know?
know
So
how many
Roxanne,
Gs-
so
you
you-
know how many
so
Gs are
Roxanne-
on the Phoenix, I think it's a 3G ride at Busch Gardens.
All right, Fester, we won't. All right,
We
for
swear,
real.
we
All right, say
promise.
what you want to say. Go.
Did you know most roller coasters have a fat person seat?
That's good. No.
They have like one seat that's like 2 or 3 inches bigger. And
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. I walk up to the guy at Busch Gardens. I'm like, hey, where's the big boy seat? He's like, right there, sir. It's
Really?
usually like 6 rows back, like in the corner or in the first yes. Yeah, I know. Okay, that's it.
Nobody puts Fester in the corner.
Actually, almost everybody does.
Everyone puts Fester in the corner.
Who is this extremely sexy band on TV?
What are you looking at? You're looking
I
at.
don't know. There's like a girl band with 10 women in it, and it's kind of hot, and I don't know what it is.
Is it a band called Twice?
I thought you said, who's this incredibly sexy man on TV?
Well, that's Carson Daly.
What's that big Korean band?
I think this is them.
Is it Twice?
Twice?
I've never heard of Twice.
But there's more than
No,
two.
no.
of
What's
them.
the boy band? The BTK.
BTK?
Yeah.
that's- that's
Oh, no,
about-
it's
Oh, no, no, no.
BTS, MJ.
Oh, I'm sorry.
my God.
BTK's
They play
BTK's
Fire. Yeah.
BTK's the serial killer.
Yes,
Yes.
Oh my
that's
God.
right. Yes,
What is it?
BTK is the killer from Wichita. Right.
What is it? What is BT? What?
BTS is what Roxanne said?
BTS. And by
BT
the way, when my
Yeah.
nanny listens to you talk about BTS and
Right.
not know about BTS, she is offended, as is the whole community of fans and fandom for
this
BTS.
is the nanny, not the hot housekeeper.
Yes.
Yes.
What's the
Yes.
update on the Brazilian
Oh.
supermodel housekeeper?
So glad you asked.
Yes. Give it. Where are the pictures? Can I get a picture of the hot?
I already gave you a picture.
That wasn't a picture of her. That was like some.
Yes, it was. Yes, that was her. But anyways,
Can I get you to drop the S from anyways? Just
No.
anyway.
Make it a Z.
Anyway. Just
Anyways, she's coming again this weekend, and so Doug's going out of town, and so he's like, "Well, don't." But I have great news. The housekeeper's coming. The housekeeper's coming. Alessandra's coming. I was like, "And you're going out of town? Okay, great."
all right. Can you get some real pictures of the housekeeper this weekend?
Take a couple hidden camera shots.
Roxanne claims that she has a supermodel Brazilian housekeeper that Roxanne said makes Giselle Bundchen look like chopped meat. That's what Roxanne said. So you got to have your Brazilian hot supermodel housekeeper do like a photo shoot with the vacuum. All right? Like she's on the runway with the vacuum. We need pictures for Monday when we get back.
I showed you a picture of her.
You sent me a picture. It was like a grainy picture. I don't know where'd you even pull that from? Like
social media.
Yeah. You need to take some original pictures in your house over the weekend. You need to do a photo shoot, and we need to put up like a gallery of Roxanne's supermodel Brazilian housekeeper.
Maybe get her working the toilet wand or something.
Exactly.
Yes. Yes. According to the one picture, which we haven't published.
Did you say no?
Yeah.
I'm not going to do the toilet wand.
All right, fine, but you got to do a photo shoot. Oh, you promise?
Have her hold some comment.
I'm going to tell her what this is about.
Yes,
say,
of
listen,
course.
You're very attractive.
We'll have her come in.
She's like, "Are you with INS?" She's like, "Because no, let me just clean your place and give me my money."
Was someone about to say something? Because I got to take a break.
Now we're done. Oh yeah, twice the Korean band up there,
Yes.
Froggy, all women band, all female band. How many people did you say were in the band?
I don't know, 10?
9.
Pretty darn close.
9.
Pretty
Yeah.
darn close.
They're all very hot.
We have a lot. Do you know about the bird poop story out of Lakeland?
No.
We got to talk about the bird poop story out of Lakeland, because then I'm going to parlay this into the craziest thing that I've seen at my house.
Does the Lakeland bird poop involve the swans?
Hold on. Just wait. So what happened at my house? We went to pick up Michelle at the airport yesterday morning because she was flying in from dropping Chloe off up in Manhattan. Chloe's doing a summer school course up in Manhattan at NYU. Hold on. You got to hear this. And we got a lot of stuff. I've got a pile this big, and we'll get to it next. We're pile this big, talking about bird poop and everything. All right, hold on. We're back in a second. Don't move. Don't miss it. It's all next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Stand by. It is the MJ Morning Show. MJ and the crew here, almost 9 o'clock, so 8:57. Almost 9 o'clock here on a Wednesday as we are here this week. The only day off was yesterday, the 4th of July. We were here on Monday. If you missed Monday's show, it was a great program. Check it out on the podcast or MJTV, cameras live. Remember, MJTV is hot every morning. We've got 4 cameras in the studio, and it switches among us, so you can watch us do the show live in studio. If you go to mjmorningshow.com, click on MJTV, and you'll have the option to view us live when we're on 6 to 10 live. You'll see the little graphic, or you can go back and watch any archive show. Simple as that. Where were we? But before the break, I teased something. I know I teased the bird poop thing. But was there something else that...
The Lakeland birds.
No, I thought there was something you guys had lingering. Maybe not.
I don't know.
All right, so...
I got a hemorrhoid lingering.
Whoa.
Come on, Froggy. So this story's out of Polk County. Guy out in Polk County calls the Polk County Sheriff's Office to report vandalism. He thought his car was vandalized with white paint. Turns out his car was bombed with bird crap. I mean, just non-stop. His car was covered, just completely slathered. I saw this story. I'm like, oh my God, man, this is like something happened to my house. Which, hang on, I'll tell you about that in a second.
Whoa.
Polk County guy thought bird poop all over his car was white paint, so he called 911 to report a crime. Guy's out in Winter Haven, and he said that someone covered his black Jeep with white paint. Deputies show up and they're like, sir, it's not white paint, it's bird crap.
It's a really, really sick bird.
I mean, it was a whole flock.
Or it was just one big bird with IBS.
Ew.
And I'm calling up Julian right now because I saw this story. I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
It would be IBBS, irritable bird bowel syndrome.
This happened to us at our house yesterday, and I'm really pissed I didn't take a picture.
Yesterday?
Yeah, it happened yesterday. 4th of July morning. Yeah, I'll explain in a sec. Come on, Julian, pick up the phone. Man, these kids, it's like their phones are stuck to their faces.
Yeah, isn't that odd?
Except when you need to get them,
You know, it's just these
Your
kids.
call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
Anyway, so Michelle flew in yesterday. Julian and I were in Little Cayman last week. We flew back on Sunday afternoon from Grand Cayman. All right. Michelle last Friday left with Chloe. They flew to Manhattan. They flew to
Manhattan.
What?
Manhattan. Like
I got it.
Dude,
I can't take you saying Cayman anymore.
The Caymanians.
I can't take it.
They call their island Grand Cayman.
You are
Little
local.
Cayman.
You're not a local.
But I'm not.
People get irritated by that.
Why can't I call it what they call it instead of Cayman? Cayman, like Caymen.
What
It's
you are
MAN.
doing-
It's Cayman. It's Little Cayman.
All right, well, Michelle went to Manhattan.
What you are doing, MJ, honestly, when you say Cayman,
Cultural appropriation. Are you going to hit me up with that?
it's some low gear Hilaria Baldwin crap.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah, it is. It is.
Really
It's-
is. Why can't I talk like the locals? Because you're not a local.
It's a notch below hilarious behavior.
Seriously.
How did it say cucumber in Cayman?
No, it's not. Anyway, so Michelle took Chloe up to Manhattan because Chloe's doing a 6-week course at NYU. Chloe, she did a Rutgers course online already this summer. She's doing an NYU course for 6 weeks. That's why Chloe's graduating early.
I think she's a little too busy. When she's on the floor simulating vomiting with your dog. I think she's like spinning out of control.
She's like so much time locked in a room with books that making dogs pretend puke is fun.
All right, folks, what is the crew talking about? If you haven't seen the video, go to my Instagram. Go to Certified MJ Radio. Certified MJ Radio. That's my private Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. And the 13th square down it's the 13th one down. It's the one right before the shark. So it's 13 down.
Okay.
And it's Chloe's hand on the floor of our kitchen. You can see the 2 dogs and the kitchen windows in the back. And Chloe is teaching Scout how to vomit. Because Chloe thinks that Scout has to vomit, and Chloe thinks that she doesn't know how to throw up. So Chloe is trying to give our dog a tutorial on how to throw up on the floor. So if you haven't seen the video, go to Certified MJ Radio, the 13th one down.
13th one.
It's the 13th. That's the way the Caymanians say. So it's in between the photo of Julian on the back of the boat and the shark. That's the video. If you want to see Chloe going, trying to teach her dog. Anyway, back to the poop story. So Michelle took Chloe up to New York, and Michelle flew back. Chloe's in a dorm up at NYU for 6 weeks or so. And Michelle flew back on the 7 a.m. flight out of JFK yesterday morning. Supposed to land a little before 10 o'clock at Tampa International. So Julian and I leave the house at about 9:45 to go pick up Michelle. And our car, I thought, I didn't know what to think. I have never seen a car covered with more bird crap than what we saw. It was unbelievable.
It might have been targeted.
And that's what it looked like, because there was like nothing on the driveway. It was all over the car. It was a direct hit. It was like we were carpet bombed. It was like we were strafed with a whole squadron. And I think these were huge glops of poop. So it must have been I don't know which birds these were, but these weren't little sparrows. I'm telling you that right now.
What, a bunch of pelicans flew over your place?
That's, you know what? Have you ever seen pelican poop?
Yes.
Pelican poop, man. Man, if you get hit with that, that's like getting slimed on that old MTV show. All right, but our car, we could not see out. It was so bad we couldn't see out of the windshield. So we couldn't even drive the car. So we had to clear the windshield off, but the whole hood is completely covered. Our car is like a midnight blue. It looks black in certain light. It's like a dark, deep blue. But the car looked white and brown from all of the whole hood was covered. Literally, it was like we were slathered, like somebody took a bucket of pancake batter from IHOP and went onto the hood of the car. The windshield was covered, the roof, the side windows. It was unbelievable. And Michelle, she gets pissed. If I don't get to if I make her wait when she's curbside, she doesn't like it. Hey, and in all fairness, same thing with me. And so I got to be on time. So we cleaned the window so we could see, but the whole hood was covered, the whole side of the car. We're driving down Kennedy on the way to Eisenhower there to get to the airport.
Right.
And people are looking at the car like, what the hell are you driving? We're driving a nice BMW X5 that is covered in bird crap. I have never seen this volume of bird poop on a vehicle ever.
There's no trees necessarily,
Ever.
right? I mean, it's
no. I've got a big oak tree in my front yard.
in the front yard. Yeah, right. But what I'm saying is, there's no tree over where the car's parked.
No, that's in the middle. Well, there are palms on the side. I got an oak tree, a couple of oak trees in my front yard. But I don't know whether there's a flyover. I don't know what the hell the story is. But I mean, it was insane. And Julian said, "Dad, we've been egged. Dad, Julian thought we were egged." I'm like, dude, there are no eggshells. I'm like, dude, it's bird crap. It's bird poop. It was unfreaking believable. And I was trying to get Julian on the phone. So when I saw the story, this guy in Polk County, when I saw that this guy called the Polk County Sheriff's Office to say his car was vandalized, and the deputies come out and say it was bird poop.
All right, I'm looking at a picture of this guy's car, the one that called the Polk County Sheriff's Office.
Yep.
It really is awkward placement for bird poop.
It's on the side of the door.
I mean,
it's almost like the bird was standing next to the car, took off, and it came out. This is from Nick in Tampa.
Yeah.
When cranes poop, it's like a pint of paint. So that it could have been paint cranes.
Hi, good morning, MJ Morning Show.
Yeah, hello, who's this?
This is MJ.
Hey, this is Barry the Bird. What's up? I'm a seagull, and I'm here to tell you I'm the one who dumped on your car. Me and my crew did it.
Barry the Bird.
Yeah, that's right.
So, Barry, why'd you target our X5?
You remember a few years ago when your dog attacked that bird and ate it? killed it.
Oh yeah.
I don't recall. I don't recall that. That was your
my cousin Cole, you son of a bitch.
It was your cousin. What? What?
I said that was my cousin Carl. You stupid son of a bitch.
Whoa.
Bird world, you're dead. I'm flying over your car right now. What is that thing? Let me look down. Hang on. Let me turn around here. What is that? Is that you drive a black car?
It's midnight blue, but it looks black in some light.
All right, hang on a second. Let me just drop one on it.
Hello?
Did the bird hang up on himself?
Okay.
Listen. Ladies and gentlemen, bury the bird. Bury the bird on the MJ Morning Show. Yes, Roxanne.
I may have had a view of Barry the Bird when he was calling just now, and the theatrics and the acting out of those actions is like, I wish we could have that on MJ.
I love when animals call.
All right,
Froggy, that was great acting right there.
Froggy walks back in the studio. MJ, you can't see this. He points to his butt.
Could have been ducks.
He looks at me and goes, "Did you hear it?" Like, yes, as soon as we heard it.
He's in there with Andrew, and he was doing flying motions with his wings while he was talking to you.
I would imagine. I was trying to. That's probably how birds fly. When they're trying to talk, they're probably like, "What? I'm trying to fly." I mean, think about how tired they are. You would think birds have the biggest muscles on Earth.
Holy sheets!
What?
My favorite store in Pennsylvania.
This is a great segue. So I go from the bird poop to holy sheets. So Sheetz, Sheetz, Sheetz is a gas station convenience store chain. Yeah, they kind of like do the Wawa thing with the deli inside where you get sandwiches made and you go on the screen and you order your frozen drinks and sandwiches and that kind of stuff. Where's the closest Sheetz to us?
Maybe Virginia?
Well, I know that whenever I'm in the Raleigh-Durham area and I return a rental car, I fill up at the Sheetz gas station right at the Raleigh-Durham, right at RDU, right at the airport.
How often does that happen?
Twice a month.
Wow.
I got a second family up there.
I've never known you to go to Raleigh-Durham in the last 3 years.
All right, so I haven't been in a while.
All right, so I typed in closest Sheetz to me, and it looks like Concord, New Hampshire.
Dude, just bring up.
Not New Hampshire, Concord, North Carolina.
Yeah, Concord, North Carolina. That's where the first PDQ was. That's where Tenders started. Concord, North Carolina.
There's one. Yeah, Charlotte, Fayetteville.
All right, so Sheetz, I don't think is any further south than North Carolina, then, right?
According to the map, according to the Sheetz
go to the Sheetz website. You're on Google. Just go to Sheetz. Anyway, the reason why I'm saying holy Sheetz. They did gasoline for $17.76 a gallon yesterday, but it wasn't $17.76. It was $1.77.6 or 6/10. So they set their pump for the 4th of July. They sold gas for $1.77 and 6/10 for $17.76 at more than 600 stores on Tuesday. That's approximately a 50% markdown.
Wow.
From the normal price on average.
That is holy sheets.
That's why I said holy sheets. So I'm going to their website. I'm trying to find.
Does a gas station need to have a location?
Yeah, find the
feature?
Sheetz. Yeah, but I want to see a map of where Sheetz, because I don't think we have any Sheetz. Oh, search by state.
Where do they sell there?
All right, so here we go. Sheetz are in Maryland, North Carolina, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Virginia, and West Virginia. So they didn't even make it to South Carolina. So the furthest south that Sheetz is North Carolina. We filled up in West Virginia to Sheetz. During COVID, when we were up in Manhattan, and we didn't know what the hell was going on, and Michelle and I were racing to get the kids to Grandma's house, to Nana's house in the mountains of Virginia, outside of Charlottesville, in lovely Rockbridge County. We stopped at a Sheetz in West Virginia, passing through. And I've been to Sheetz on numerous occasions. I like Sheetz.
Sheetz likes you. And after you eat their sub and you're no longer hungry, you're full of Sheetz.
I was in bed last night, and I was thinking I was thinking about Sheetz in the bed. So Sheetz the bed. It's.
I like clean sheets.
So,
but they don't have people to help you with gas there. You fill your own gas, so you Sheetz yourself. All right, we got to stop.
But Sheetz, it's SHEETZ. And I like the chain. And that was nice. For Independence Day yesterday, $1.77 for $17.76.
Oh, my God. A great advertising campaign for their sub sandwiches.
What's that?
Eat Sheetz and live.
Fester's just amusing the hell out of himself.
And everybody else in the cars. So thank you, guys.
Hey, Roxanne, are you going to have any kale anytime soon?
No, thank you. No, thank you. I kind of pulled back on kale a couple years ago.
I pulled back on kale.
I did. Yeah, I read something about like you really shouldn't eat it raw. You should always cook it. So I kind of just pulled back on it in shakes.
We got breaking news, folks.
Yeah.
We got a kale news alert. Apparently kale has like forever chemicals. Most kale tested. How's that? Why can't they grow kale without forever chemicals?
What's a forever chemical?
A forever chemical is like a nasty carcinogenic type of chemical that stays with you forever.
And carcinogenic.
Right, carcinogenic.
Yeah.
And so with kale, though, you think it's so healthy. And MJ, you have to read the fine print on this. Organic kale
is even worse.
Is the worst.
This is crazy stuff because I like kale. And for a while there, you have the trends. One of the hot salads was like chopped kale salad.
Or kale Caesar salad is a big hit all the time.
Listen to this. New report finds most U.S. kale samples contain disturbing levels of forever chemicals. 7 out of 8 U.S. kale samples recently tested for toxic PFAS. Forever chemicals contain high levels of the compounds. The testing looked at conventional and organic kale bought at grocery stores across the country and comes after Food and Drug Administration analyses conducted between 2019 and 2021 found no PFAS contamination. The findings stunned researchers who expected to find low levels of the chemicals, said Robert Verkerk, founder of the Alliance for Natural Health nonprofit which produced the paper. He said it's pretty scary and there's no easy solution, adding that the findings highlight the need for the FDA to implement a more robust PFAS testing program for the nation's food supply. PFAS are a class of about 15,000 compounds typically used to make products across dozens of industries resistant to water, stains, and heat. They're called forever chemicals because they do not naturally break down and are linked to cancer, kidney disease, liver conditions, immune disorders, birth defects, and other serious health problems. The report comes amid growing calls for stronger action among PFAS-contaminated food, which is considered to be the most significant exposure route to the chemicals. In recent months, independent research has found PFAS in protein powders, juice drinks, and food products. Studies had previously found that PFAS in vegetables and fields where sewage sludge was laid as an alternative to fertilizer, and the FDA claimed it had no indication of a health threat. In PFAS, it found in vegetables grown in 2018 near a North Carolina PFAS manufacturing plant. But according to the report here, organic kale had higher levels of the forever chemicals, which they said was a bit shocking. You'd expect the organic to have less.
You would think.
The organic kale had higher levels of the forever chemicals.
Wow.
I don't understand.
They're using more sewage for their fertilizer. I don't know.
The kale was sent to an EPA-certified lab and tested with the same method used by the FDA. Bagged and loose kale was bought at Stop and Shop, Whole Foods, Weis, Publix. Among the brands showing PFAS contaminated were Nature's Promise Organic, Greenwise, By Nature, and Palmetto Gardens. Only loose kale from Baker Farms did not contain the chemicals. How the hell do we get kale? Because I like kale. Kale is, it gives you that salad feel. It gives you some roughage. And kale is much healthier. It's got much more, as far as nutrients go.
It's much more nutrient dense.
Well, it is. Well, it's also more forever chemical dense, apparently.
Yeah, now we find out, kill yourself with kale.
Kill yourself.
Kill yourself.
I love iceberg lettuce. Now, I'm not I like hearts of iceberg. You know when you get those crunchy chunks, those.
Oh, I hate that.
Oh, those what?
I hate the crunchiness. It's too much.
What are you
It
talking-
interferes with the creamy, delicious salad dressing.
No, first of all, I don't slather any of my stuff with creamy dressings.
Of course not.
I like a
vinaigrette.
I like a balsamic vinaigrette, or that ginger dressing, that Japanese ginger dressing.
Of course, you like something like that.
They have that at Publix in the produce section with the black label.
Does Ken's make it?
No, it's
then I don't know. About
it's.
I like Kraft Ranch.
This stuff's made in Melbourne. It's like made across the state, and it's in the cooler in the Publix produce section, and I think it's Mikado Mikato. It's Mikado ginger dressing.
Yeah, that's good. I like that stuff.
It is fantastic.
That's
and
my fave.
It's a local Florida company as well.
Is there chunks of cheese in it? 'Cause
No,
if there is,
there's
I don't care.
there's no cheese. It's a ginger Japanese dressing.
You know, sometimes I'm going to admit this right now, and I probably shouldn't, but sometimes I drink that.
You do? It's right. Fester's got it on the screen. It's Makoto. It's
have.
It's M-A-K. You bought this?
Oh, yeah.
This stuff
that's my
is
fave.
great.
Mm-hmm.
It is fantastic. So, folks, if you want a new salad dressing, it's great. Publix, inside the produce section, inside the refrigeration case, look for the black dressing, the black label. It says ginger dressing by Makoto, Makoto, and it is incredible.
All their flavors. You should try all their flavors.
They have a few, but
Yes.
I just like a ginger dressing.
Let's talk about dressing.
Because, you know, Yoko, you being a wise ass over there. I'm gonna slap you over the head with a bottle of Makoto ginger dressing.
I hope it comes in a plastic bottle.
Because you know who else has great ginger dressing is Yoko's. Yoko's Japanese in South Tampa. When you get their house salad, it has their similar ginger dressing on top.
Dude, don't forget like wishbone French dressing.
We
It's like you're actually in France.
Fester, knock it.
I love French dressing.
Oh, you feel like you're in France when you eat wishbone French
Wishbone
dressing?
French, and they're Russian? They're Russian dressing?
Yeah, which is mayonnaise and ketchup.
Yeah. You feel like you're in Russia.
So where the hell were we? Oh, we're talking about kale. Why can't they figure out how to grow kale without forever chemicals? Come on, I love kale. Figure this out. Hey, speaking of eating, we mentioned this early in the show. What happened? We only have a minute here because I don't want to get too late. You know what? Let's save this for when we get back.
Okay.
What the hell happened to Joey Chestnut? Now, he did win yesterday, but so far under his record, it was crazy. And then Froggy sends a message to the group. Hey, guys, hot dog eating contest has been canceled. I'm like, no, it hasn't.
That's what the story said.
It's in a rain delay, and for whatever reason, the New York Post, Channel 7, ABC, Eyewitness News, New York, they had a whole story about the Nathan's hot dog eating contest canceled. It wasn't. They're going to wait for the rain to stop and the lightning. All right, hold on, because I got questions. I've got serious questions, and we've got the final chunk of the MJ Morning Show next. So the final chunk of the MJ Morning Show is in minutes. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't move. Hey.
Yeah, Chris.
Hold on. Did you get a tan?
I always have a tan.
Oh, it looks like you're a little more tan than usual.
Have you guys not met before?
All right, you know what?
Like 100 years ago.
Oh, I met Chris like a long time ago. Where the hell did I meet you? Oh, this is the new engineer. I thought this was like some building management guy.
He just comes in and starts farting around with our controls.
All right. So,
We're
Chris,
gonna make sure you're comfortable.
All right, Chris,
I ran right down here.
You're one of our new engineers. I just don't see you often. I saw you in the hallway. You started working here about a month ago, right? 2 months?
Man, I think 2 months ago.
All right, so 2 months ago,
Yeah.
I've seen you once, and it was for 4 minutes, or I'm sorry, 2 minutes in the hall.
Yep.
But we never really worked together.
No.
So where did I meet you years ago?
In the studio you used to work in.
All right, so that was
Are we
over.
allowed to talk
Yeah,
about
yeah.
that?
So
the old FLZ
that was
studio?
over.
Yeah.
That was at FLZ. Now,
Yeah.
what year ago was that?
Oh, geez. I don't know.
What year ago?
What year was that?
Who
About
says that? Late 90s?
At least
Early 2000s?
At least 14,
Okay.
maybe 13
All
years
right,
ago.
So I'm sorry if I didn't remember you. All right, so for 14 years ago.
Okay.
All right, so Chris, you used to work at iHeart. Now you
Right.
work. Now you just took the job at Beasley.
Yes.
So you're Max's assistant engineer, or you're
we're kind of
equals.
Kind of.
Kinda
I don't know
okay.
how you
All right,
get
so
to know.
I don't
It's a
know.
co-engineering department.
I don't know what the hierarchy is.
You
so.
really know nothing about our engineering department other than somebody has come in to finally attempt to adjust our very humid and still aired studio.
All right, so I thought Max was the chief engineer. Are you guys like co-chiefs now or something?
We have very similar titles.
Okay, all right. So Chris is our new engineer guy. Chris, our studio is blazing hot. This has been like this since we started here on October 5th of 2020. When we came back, they cannot fix it. We need a new system on the roof. They have to spend money. I'm sweating. It's like I got the meat sweats over here. All right. This studio, because I texted Max this morning. I'm like, Max, our studio is blazing hot. We're about to collapse in here. And it's the thermostat jiggling. You know, Max went and adjusted all the thermostats in all the studios like a couple of months ago, and it seemed to like marginally work. But we have an inherent problem in this studio where it needs to be corrected with new equipment because it is miserable in here. You can feel what it's like.
I agree.
So last week, or was it Monday? Oh, Yeah, Monday, one of the guys from the building complex, from Bay Point, formerly Koger Executive Center, on Monday, a couple of the guys were walking through, and we called them into the studio, and we said, guys, can you fix our AC, please? It's miserable in here. Why the hell did we just sign a new 5-year lease in this joint?
This old boy looks in here and goes, hey, you know you got 5 people in the studio. And he darts out of here.
The guy says, I'm like, it's hot as hell in here. And the guy says, you know you got 5 people in there. Yeah, duh. It's a morning show. It's a radio studio.
All right.
All right, so Chris, we need a new, 20-ton unit on the roof or something. We need... If they wanted to re-sign us, and trust me, I'm sure they wanted to re-sign us because I'm sure there's plenty of office space available in this office park.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm sure there's plenty of space available. If I were the GM, I would have made a contingent. You guys put a new freaking air conditioning unit on top of our roof here so our studios don't feel like freaking sweatology on South McDill. All right?
All right, what do they use at Sam's Club in the refrigerated area, where all the produce is and the milks inside that little refrigerator?
So you want to walk into the refrigerated room at Costco?
We want one of those, and instead of the door, we want those big strips of plastic that we have to walk through.
You want to turn it into a meat hanger. Meat locker.
Listen, I just want it to be 68 or 70 degrees in here. It is miserable in here. I like a studio that's cool. Instead of thinking about creativity, I'm thinking about how freaking hot I am, and that shouldn't be the case.
I have a heat rash. Would you like to see it?
Absolutely not.
Good answer.
Yeah.
He's got a meat rash. You want to see that?
Oh yeah, no.
Would you like to see all of our armpits?
You want to see? Hey, Froggy.
I don't think that's going to make for good video. Either.
Look at the pit stains on Froggy over there. Look at that. Give that a sniff.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right,
Chris.
All right, Chris, listen. We need new equipment. We need a new air conditioning unit that can handle cooling our studios. All right?
Sure.
I promise you, we are working on it.
He's not the guy that's trying to keep you sweaty.
They've been working on that.
I don't want to be sweaty.
He's on our side.
Chris, they've been working on this since I got here in October of 2020. I've been hearing about this for 3 years. Now, I did text Ron DeCastro.
Yep.
I texted him this morning, our market manager, and I said, hi, Ron. If you get a chance, please stop by the studio. It's blazingly hot. This has been a problem since we got here 3 years ago. The studio is hot as hell. It makes it very difficult for us to do a show. And he wrote, I can imagine I won't be in till 10:30, but I'll try to address it ASAP. Oh. Okay, it's 3 years later. I'm sure it's going to be addressed ASAP.
So I wonder, with 3 issues I'm thinking about, hot studio, new studio, and the one issue we cannot talk about at all, I wonder what the priority is for the 3 of those.
Listen,
our security issue.
The security issue.
We can't talk about
it. Which we have not talked about this on the air. I cannot wait to reveal. I cannot wait to reveal our security issue and what has been happening since May 18th. May freaking 18th.
I'm not a very smart person, but I probably could have figured that out maybe in a day.
May 18th. We've had this. Anyway.
1 or maybe 2 companies.
What's the status on that? We're not saying what it is.
I'll tell you what, I'll have an answer for you tomorrow.
Okay. Oh my God!
Is it that close to being finished?
Oh my!
I hope so.
Oh my God! What a mess! All right.
That's the next phone call after I leave here.
Well, why don't you do that now? That's important.
That's important.
Yeah, we need new equipment. We need a crane. We need Sims crane to drop a new unit on the roof.
Yes.
All right.
I want more than one.
God, I would have rebuilt us in a new location if I were them. Yeah. All right, we must have gotten some hell of a square footage deal here. They're begging us to stay.
All right, can I go now?
Yeah, please.
Thanks. You could have gone at any time, by the way.
Yeah. Chris, I'll remember your face now.
Thanks,
Chris, I'll remember your face. Listen, I see you so infrequently. This is the second time I've seen you since you got here.
Max has got me running all over the place, making stuff happen, man.
All right, good. And speaking of that, they promised me a new studio when I got here on October 5th of 2020.
You guys on my ever-growing list, too.
They promised me a new studio almost 3 years ago. And look, I'm still dealing with this Harris garbage from 2009 that CBS put in, which is about to die. The Vistamax brains will die at any time.
You know who the king of that is your old friend Dana.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Dana knows how to fix these?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, you know.
All right, man.
I'll see you.
All right. Get us some AC, please.
If you think my Dana's impression is good, you should hear my Max.
All right. Where were? Oh, Joey Chestnut.
Yes.
First of all.
Can I interrupt?
Yes.
Today is a very important day. National Bikini Day.
On a Wednesday.
Oh, I thought that was you about a month ago when you with your bikini shot on your pool deck.
That was National Midlife Crisis Day. I'm trying to get more followers.
Is that video still up, or do you take it down?
No. Why would I take it down?
So if you didn't see Roxanne in a teeny skimpy bikini rolling all over like on her side with her side boobs coming out, if you didn't see this video, it's on Roxanne's Instagram. I've watched it 700 times.
Oh, my God.
No, I'm kidding. But is it still on your Instagram?
Oh, yeah, it's still up there at Roxanne Wilder.
No, it's at See My Side Boob.
Is that available?
See My Side Boob?
You should get that.
See My Side Boob.
If you want followers, get that handle.
So Roxanne Wilder on Instagram, and look, it was a yellow bikini, was it?
Goldish yellowish.
Yeah. So I don't know what you're doing. It's like you're Tawny Katane on the hood of a Jaguar
I'm
in
sitting there
the
with my
White
kids.
Snake song. You're rolling all over the place like you're in a White Snake video. Look at you. It's like you can barely contain your boobs in your bikini. All right. Anyway,
you should redo the scene from Fast Times. We'll get you some the pool scene.
Oh, with Phoebe Cates.
Fetcher could be in the bathroom.
With the pirate costume on?
I'll be, was it Ramon Carbone? What was his name?
Damone. Anyway, so it's National Bikini.
Yeah.
You know how I hate these days.
That's why I told you.
I don't mention those stupid days on the air. It's National Buttered Biscuit Day. It's National Eczema on my crotch day. You know,
You don't get eczema on your crotch, FYI.
Whatever.
Says you.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Whatever.
And that's on Thursday.
It's 9:37 at the MJ Morning Show. Hey, congratulations to our local. Is it Mickey or Miki? Because it's like isn't she Japanese or part Japanese? Miki Sudo is a resident now of the Tampa Bay area with her husband. What's his name? Weary.
Yeah,
And
he competed in the men's category.
He was in the men's category. This is the Nathan's hot dog eating contest. And, Froggy sends out a message to the group. Hey, hot dog contest at Coney Island. The Nathan's contest has been canceled. I'm like, no, it hasn't. I've got ESPN2 up. Michelle and I are waiting for this. And they had a rain delay because they had just a massive red on the radar cell of weather sitting over Coney Island in Brooklyn. It was and the lightning was just rocking the place. Lightning strikes all over. So they delayed it. And I think it was delayed, about
a couple hours.
2 hours, maybe, hour and 45 minutes. Anyway, we watched it from the beginning. And it turned out earlier in the day, Miki Sudo from up in Newport Richey, she won the women's contest. And she did what, 30?
She did 39 and a half dogs.
39 and a half dogs. Didn't they undercount her? I think they had her at 37, but then they upped it to 39 and a half.
Yeah, they amend the number after the whistle blows.
All right, so
she was just on the Today Show.
Oh, was she?
Yeah, her and
her
Jagged
husband
Tooth.
Who's that? Oh, Joey Chestnut?
Joey Chestnut needs those hideous teeth to chomp through those hot dogs. Okay?
Did Miki Sudo, did she respond to you yet?
She did not.
Yeah, because she and her husband, they live right in Pasco County.
Yeah.
They live up in Port Richey or Newport Richey.
She's very busy right now.
And she won. We had her on, did we have her on last year, I think, or the year before?
She's won the last several years. So
Yeah.
It could have been but I sent her a message last night or yesterday afternoon on Instagram.
Yeah, get her to call in.
Yes,
that's a perfect day to message her on the 4th of July in the middle of her contest.
Can you check and see if she responded back to you yet?
I just did, and she did.
She did not.
Did she read it?
Yeah, she's a local. She gave us the time of day before, so I'm sure she'll call us again.
I don't know how to check that.
But Joey Chestnut, he won the men's contest for hot dog eating for the 16th time in a row, and he ate 62 dogs in 10 minutes. But that is far short of what he did last year. He did like 70. He did 76 last year.
He probably didn't have to do that much to win this year.
76 is his record. He did that like 2 years ago.
Okay, so he did like 72 last year, but he only did 62. He was way behind last year.
Yeah, I mean, the guy knows he's going to win. He has to walk into this competition, and he has to know he's going to win.
Oh, you know what I have? I've got Goo Goo Dolls tickets to give away.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah, so hang on. I've got Goo Goo Dolls. Jesus, man, I can't say. I've got Goo Goo Dolls tickets to give away. Let's go with caller 25 right now. Caller 25, 800-990-1047. Goo Goo Dolls going to be at Coachman Park on July 24th. So if you'd like to see the Goo Goo Dolls at Coachman Park, I've got some free tickets right now. Caller 25, 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Be caller 25 and you'll win the Goo Goo Dolls.
You okay, everybody?
Yeah. So what happened with Joey Chestnut? Why, Fester? I need some analysis here.
You know, he still did a really great job. 62 hot dogs is an impressive feat.
But 10 lower than last year.
Okay.
And then 12 off of his, 14 off of his record.
I mean, maybe he was roiding that year. Who knows? I mean, maybe he was taking the juice. Also, MJ,
I don't think roiding... I don't think taking steroids helps you eat, does it?
What? It might. I don't know. That was a joke. Thank you, Froggy, for acknowledging my desperate attempt at
I think
humor.
it was just a joke.
Also, I mean, MJ, a guy hits, 50 home runs one year and he hits 35 the next year. It's still a great performance.
No athlete, can go this long without declining a little bit.
Yeah,
it happened to all of them. Dale Murphy.
Yeah, I mean,
Mike Schmidt.
He still comfortably won.
Yes. The second runner-up was like 20 dogs behind him or something.
So I guess he probably didn't even have to do that much. He was like, listen, why kill myself?
Is that a song, Comfortably Won?
So
No.
Joey Chestnut had 62 dogs yesterday. The runner-up from Boston, Jeffrey Epstein, had 49 dogs.
Jeffrey Epstein. What? What's the guy's name? Oh, Jeffrey Esper.
I read that wrong.
Not Jeffrey.
I read that wrong. I'm
not
sorry.
Jeffrey Epstein.
I read that wrong.
Jeffrey Esper. So,
my bad.
So congratulations, Joey Chestnut and the Tampa Bay area's own Miki Sudo. And get her on the freaking phone, would you please? And you know Joey Chestnut also.
Well, yes. I met him 20 years ago. We're not like, BFFs.
Okay, so you met him. I met him too. Don't you feel like if you're going to pick one guy in the room who looks like they are just destined to be the best competitive eater, it's him. He's just got like a wide sort of waist, and it could fit a lot of hot dogs in there, and just looks built.
Awful breath.
Let me give away these tickets. Line 6. Hi, good morning, MJ Morning Show. Who's this?
Joe from Wesley Chapel.
You said Joe?
Yeah.
Hey, Joe. Welcome to the MJ Morning Show, buddy.
I call all the time, MJ. I'm the cop from New York.
Oh, you're a former cop from New York.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you've called before. Hey, Joe, you're caller number 25, so you win the Dolls tickets. Hey, do you want to go see the Goo Goo Dolls at Coachman Park on the 24th?
Sure, I'd love to.
You got them. You got the tickets. Congratulations, Joe, the former cop from New York City.
Thanks, guys. Keep up doing the good work. Love you.
That's what we do. Thank yous. Appreciate
Thanks,
yous. Appreciate yous calling in. Hey, Joe, hold on a sec, all right? Andrew's going to get all your information, all right?
All right, will do. Thank you.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. All right, anything else before we get out of here?
No, I think that's it.
Is that it? Is that the end of the show?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. That must mean the end of the show. I have a lot of stuff we didn't get to, so we're going to be pushing some great material off till tomorrow. Website always loaded, mjmorningshow.com. If you haven't seen my scuba videos from Little K-Man with Julian, some really good stuff on my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. That's Certified MJ Radio. And, of course, if you need to email me, I'm mj@mjmorningshow.com. It's my private email. Folks, have a great day. We'll see you back here tomorrow, and let's be careful out there.